over here. Oh my goodness! What I just saw off air
What'd you see?
is
Pizza?
just a travesty. We will have thoughts about that and memes next time. So while you were disgracing humanity, I was gathering memes about you disgracing humanity.
Oh, see, I was laughing at memes that you had on screen already.
Yeah,
I saw the one where.
Aren't they good?
Who's that billionaire who was like, AI is going to take over?
Elon. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. And then right after that, the news article, security robot drowns itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
3-year-olds can even stop themselves from drowning. Security robot can't do it.
Yep.
Kurt, what's up, Max? Good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for the retweet, West dude.
What's up, West dude? Live on time, on point. Can be free of charge for Worldwide Interwebs. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 69th edition. A long time coming. I anticipated, never duplicated, off, supplicated, appreciated enough about you program. Only program to feature the nickel standard opinion compensated talents of William Bishop, Blake Edwards, Staple of Media and Moderators. Third round draft pick, but named later. 2 attempts. Three people, 2 attempts, 1 dream. Broadcasting's finest train wreck. Now about you is Grim Phoenix presentation with you, association with YouTube, iTunes, all the other tunes, and available from every coast to every coast and now. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Dash with Panthers, Pope of Hope, the noob YouTube, Cat with a cool hat, GGVOD, partnered, specialist extraordinaire. He's got a new haircut. He set a bunch of records on Terraria.
Always.
He's driven.
Had a lot of fun Terraria today.
He's a uniter, not a divider. Mr. William Bishop.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Okay. Yeah, I will probably add little bits of things to the intro.
Yeah.
Until it takes us to around 22 minutes in.
Yeah, no. And then we're like, okay, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
2 hours later,
Mr. William Bishop. And that's all the time we have. Okay, now stretch. All right, we're out.
Awesome. Stretch. Cutscene. Great. What is the scene that you worked on, actually? You told me that you...
okay, yeah, let's go back to it. Let me switch over to the start. It's just a start page. Let me drop the memes off, and we'll go back to it. So I just cleaned up. So there it is. I just cleaned up the splash page a little bit. It'll come at you here in a second. And I put some. I swapped out my logo for the new one that I have, and then I put some outlines. It's called in Photoshop. It's called Stroke.
Stroke.
It's called Stroke.
Okay.
And you outline all of it so that no matter what background you have, which our background is very difficult to get a good color on that works. So you need a black outline to do the thing.
Yeah, I love black outlines. I have black outline pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Everything gets a black outline.
Everything does, yeah.
Feathered, lit, slightly feathered.
Right. I saw you feathering today.
Feathering, baby. It's a feathering.
Yep, I saw you feathering.
Was it Control F6, I think, is the feather on Photoshop?
Yeah, I guess 2 streams ago you were doing much feathering, but yeah. So let's put some stuff on there, and then just cleaned up some a little bit. So there you go.
Yeah, it's nice to get more proficient. I'm liking Photoshop a lot. Picked it up 2 streams ago, as you said, messing around with it. Oh man, I was so frustrated. I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do initially. Nothing. None of the things I wanted to do. Nothing. I was just like, what is this? Here's this mousing over stuff. Looking at it.
It is amazing. Yeah, amazingly robust.
What do I do?
Not obvious at all.
No, really not.
Not obvious at all.
He was a lot easier to pick up, I gotta say.
Right.
Than you have to do this thing where you re-texturize or re-pasteurize something.
Yeah.
Rasterize. I don't even know what that means.
Me either.
I know I have to do it.
Me either.
It doesn't really matter what it means, but I understand now that I have to go through resaturation, whatever it is, in order to work with something very well.
And the definition is, let me put that definition in chat. It says convert an image stored as an outline into pixels that can be displayed on a screen or printed.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that seems pretty useful. Yeah, pretty.
I mean,
mandatory, I guess. I guess.
That's what we got to do.
I have to do it. I don't have a choice. Photoshop's like, do you want to do this? Oh no, you don't want to. Oh, okay, too bad.
Too bad.
You have to do it.
You can't
just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Or you can't.
There's a button that says rasterize or delete.
Yes or no?
It's like rasterize, or you want to take this image and delete it. Like,
yeah, you can't work with this then.
Yeah.
You can have the image there. You can't mess with it if you don't rasterize it.
You have your base picture, and then you put this one on, and then you can fiddle with it for however long.
Move it around.
You either rasterize it or it goes away, and that's it.
Just deletes it.
That's it.
Oh, set it down, take it away. So that was interesting. It's fun messing with that program. It's nice to learn a little bit about it. I could definitely see why you guys use it, while the pros are using Photoshop and not GIMP.
Yeah.
Because there is like oh my gosh, there's so much stuff to go on there. I feel more powerful messing with it.
100%.
Like, when in GIMP, to move 2 layers at the same time was impossible. What you had to do is you had to link the 2 layers together, and then you could move them.
Right.
But if you were to link 3 layers together and you wanted to move one separately, you couldn't do that. You had to do like all kinds of stuff. But with Photoshop, I could just select Control left click, and then move the layers. That's it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Boom, bang. That is incredible to me. That
Yeah.
blew my mind. Step up big time for sure.
Right.
There's a lot of different color options that you have. There's a lot of stuff on Photoshop that I really appreciate a lot. So.
Right. I would not have been able to. Stream my first run with Photoshop.
I think maybe that was a bad idea. I had a couple of people compliment me like, "Badger, you picked that up very quickly."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mine. Well, the reason for me is because I would have had monitor number 1 Photoshop, monitor number 2 YouTube. Right.
And I had to fight myself to not go to YouTube as much. I was watching muted YouTube videos actually, I think.
Oh man. Yeah, I have to. That's how I learned Premiere, what I know on Premiere, and that's also how I learned the little bit that I know on After Effects.
Yeah, sounds good.
Which is the next step.
That's smart. YouTube, the largest body of information on the planet, I think. Besides Wikipedia has a lot of information on it too. It's kind of a competition there. Sometimes it can be hard to find stuff on YouTube because it's not curated whatsoever.
Right.
I think Wikipedia is more curated than YouTube is. YouTube just has YouTube poop, to say the least. It's just YouTube garbage up there.
Well,
sometimes I'll find a tutorial and I'm like, I hate this guy. This is an audio tutorial about how to make your audio better. This guy has the worst audio I've ever heard in my life.
Right. Or no. Here's the one. Here's the one. Here you go. You ready?
Ready.
Hey, everybody, coming at you with nope.
Yeah.
Out. I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out.
Like, next video. Any intro whatsoever. It needs to be. I need to do the thing right now. Just do the thing.
Right.
Do it. That's my philosophy for tutorials too. If I do a tutorial, I want to get to the meat. Like, hey, and then.
Yeah.
I got no time.
Ever since you said that to me with my highlight videos, I have less than 4 seconds of title screen, go.
Yo, what's up? How you doing? All right.
Yeah, and on it. But it's not even that. It's the title and me and Ash if he's there. The back, the one picture, and then the little hat spins around, and it goes groovy, and we're in it. That's it.
Boom.
That's it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That's it.
Max, mute him and read the closed captions. I like that idea. I've never actually tried that before. The closed captions.
Closed captions.
Yeah, that could be nice if someone's done the closed captions there. But sometimes the closed captions are random.
Right.
Who knows what the closed captions might say? The automatic ones.
Right. I never think about the closed captions. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think about that too. Max knows. Max is on it. Max, congratulations! Say you worked super hard, buddy. I think Max was on stream with me today for like 10 hours. He was working at it.
That's killer.
He got to eat. I didn't, but. Still, he survived up until the point where he had to take a piss and he died. God dang it, Max. You messed up. You goofed. Hardcore expert multiplayer is insane.
Yeah.
People get really mad. People have been trying to cheat. I banned 2 cheaters today. Some guy spawned in a lizard pickaxe, the golden drop pickaxe, pre-hard mode, pre anything. Like, that's what he had in his inventory. Other guy, he spawned in like 6 different books. So he had like the Curse Flame book, and then the P book.
Oh,
still died. Both those guys, but one of them actually didn't die. The guy who spawned in those super advanced weapons, he actually died.
Oh man.
To normal pre-hard mode mobs.
Yeah.
Cheaters, man. But busted them real bad.
Yeah.
Also, I had probably the closest wall of flesh fight I've ever done today. You guys can check that on my Twitter at TVG Badger. That was incredible.
Did you already cut and paste that and get it out there?
No, that was just clips. I will do an actual cut and paste highlight thingy for that for sure, because that was epic.
Right. I was talking about that. Yeah. So Photoshop is fantastic. It is robust. It is not obvious. Almost every new thing I have to do, I have to go there and go, okay, and here's the menu, and just walk through it. In fact, putting an outline. Like I was saying, putting an outline on your text is not called text outline. No.
Right.
It's in layer effects, so it's F with a little X, and it's called stroke.
See, I think I need to try it your way, because what I've been doing
You're feathering. your feathering was good. I like the way
Right.
yours looked. I just went to. I typed in Photoshop how to outline text.
Okay, and give you that stroke thing.
And there was about 6 videos, and then they just walk you through stroke. Whatever.
My method is selecting the color that is the text, and then a new layer, and then growing that, and then feathering that, and then using the brush tool or whatever to give it the background. That's super click intensive. It takes me forever to do that.
This is highlight, click, and go.
Yeah, see that I need to try that stroke thing, because every time I want to do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I hate doing it.
Yeah,
that's why if you see my thumbnails, I have a instead of the highlight in the background, I have a big blotch of color.
Yes.
And then the number on top of that.
Right. right.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So mine is the longest part that it takes me to do the stroke thing is remembering where it is. Oh, okay, it's in this FX menu. Okay, where's that button?
Layer FX.
Because on the layer menu, it is, I swear to you, it is the smallest a button can be. The effects, the text effects, it's the smallest a button can be without not being a button anymore. And then it is
microscopical.
I also remember it not being named obvious.
Right.
Stroke,
there's a bunch of stuff like that.
Stroke is not. You know what I would have called it? Outline. Outline. God damn it.
Outline.
I would have called it outline. Yeah. So the longest
the
part
guys who are making this though are professional Photoshop. They're professional artists.
Yeah.
And
graphic designers.
Artists, and also programmers. And so they're not. You have difficulty teaching someone who's at a much lower level than you, because you're like, why don't you understand that? That's obvious.
Right.
You should know that.
Yeah. You should know. You should know how to stroke your text.
Yeah, you should know. Stroking the text has been around forever. This is literally years. I've been doing this for actually 15 years. I've been stroking text.
I've been stroking text ever since I was 14. Started stroking.
I've been stroking it. I stroke anything.
I remember that
14,
first time. I remember the first time I stroked text.
In particular, I don't remember where I was when I stroked it.
That's right. I remember.
Wow.
I remember who I stroked it to. I remember what movie was on. Yeah.
It wasn't even a dirty movie. It was just a movie that had a strokeable object in it. It wasn't even a human being. I was ready to go with anything at that moment.
Right.
Oh no, my pizza flipped upside down.
Uh-oh.
Take my SFX.
Yeah, I kind of stole them all.
That's good, yeah. You remember when I stole your entire SFX board?
We suck again.
Yeah.
And you were kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was kind of like, hey, mister, for
He's gonna steal my whole SFX board. The
About-
entire thing.
about 22 seconds. And I was going, oh, yeah, okay, well.
Yeah, it's it's whatever. It's
and then-
SFX board.
And then I took my own advice. I said, look, you don't want to be a creative warehouse. You want to be a creative factory.
Yeah,
So-
making new stuff.
so that-
Moving on.
So that you don't even care if someone steals your old stuff, because you're always making new stuff, and it doesn't even matter
Oh,
anymore.
you have that.
right?
Yeah, you can use that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm
I don't
on
care.
to something new already.
Yeah.
I've been past that already.
Yep.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
That takes mental effort, and that's what you have to do. I mean,
Yeah.
someone's gonna. No, you can't get mad at someone because they took the wah sound effects. It's like, oh, I got copyright on that. No, you don't. You don't at all.
It's just that you took it first, and then I took it second or
I
third.
took
or
it second.
100.
I saw you, and I
No.
recognize a good idea when I see one, and
Or-
took it.
No.
Mine now.
You took it 612th, and I took it 613th. Is what we. That's
Right,
what
exactly.
We did.
Yeah, 'cause definitely, for sure. Like the channel currency thing. The first guy who made channel currency was like, yes, I did it. I broke the system. What? Oh my God, channel currency.
Million followers.
He stole it from some other guy way before that.
Blammo.
I mean,
Yeah.
like League of Legends was doing channel currency. I'm like, all the mobile games do channel currency. Everybody does channel, or a type of loyalty currency.
Right.
Like Whataburger now has a loyalty currency system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, everyone's on the bandwagon with that one.
Right. Hang out here, get the thing. So.
Right. If you spend lots of time here, we'll reward you for your efforts, kind of, sort of, in a way. And then it's always like a cheesy thing, you know. Like if you don't like redeem within a week or a month or something like that, you lose it. So it's the same thing we do. I reset every month. Like, oh, my mushrooms are gone. Oh, too bad.
Oh, yeah. Try again next month.
Shucks. Yeah. Wait. I'm actually gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna start not resetting, because it does make me sad when people are like, oh, bad, I haven't been here in 6 months. I don't have any mushrooms. No, I'm sorry, guy.
Well, Yeah, I think I'm going to keep going with that because I still want to keep doing the Steam giveaway cards. Those are good. Right? I get good play off of that. I know I get.
I keep going on and off on those, and forgetting to do them, and then like in a month will pass. It'll be the end of the month, and I'm about to reset the currency. Like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And then do the Steam giveaway.
Yeah.
Oops.
What reminds me?
No one else noticed either.
Right.
Apparently.
Well, what reminds me is we got to do handwritten letters, and we got to do all the monthly things for the subscribers and all that. So.
Brutal.
I got a fairly big burden, but it's good. It's a pleasure to do it for what we do. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway,
subscribers.
I was having this discussion today about speaking of YouTube. So what we talked about is me and a buddy of mine, and we were talking about the future of university. Right? University
Schools,
today,
right?
College is way more expensive, and it's taken over by some crazy academia that it's not even liberalism anymore. It's like this progressive or regressive liberals that are doing this. Like the classic liberal is for freedom of speech, freedom of ideas, individual liberties, rights to all of this, and whatever has manifested itself in these universities is not that, because the university is the one to most likely to shout your ideas down, right?
Sure, yeah, definitely.
And they ban speakers that they don't agree with, and all that. I mean, the university is supposed to be the arena of ideas where your ideas will be challenged. And debate is welcomed, and ideas and the best ideas won, and all of that sort of stuff. Now it's this weird safe space and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, cultural Marxism. So I listened to one of the professors of University of Toronto, and he was the university put out this paper that said you now have to use these 70 new pronouns for he and she, and this will lead us into what you want to do. So, but
yeah,
give me a second. So,
yeah, for sure. Good.
So
segue.
all of these pronouns, and he said, "No, I'm not doing it." Well,
that's
then
intense.
He says, "This is ridiculous. How did we go from, thousands of years of humanity of having two, and now suddenly in the last 4 years we came up with G and Zer and Foxkin and worm self and all this and all this weird stuff." And he's going, this is what the Marxists did, where the Marxists divided everyone up into categories and then slowly eliminated the categories that they didn't want and ripped them of power and even went to rip them of first it was like societal exclusion, then it was like more societal exclusion, then it was economic exclusion, and then it was freedom exclusion, and then it was life exclusion, like food and felt need exclusion. And
intense.
And part of this movement is chopping people up into smaller bits so that one bit is powerless against the masses.
Right.
And
you're not part of my bit. I'm not going to help you out. Divide and conquer in these subjects, right?
And they divide and conquer over time, right?
When you want to turn a group of people against each other, you start rhetoric against them, right?
Right.
You separate them into a group. This is the group. This is the problem with them. This is the issue. And we don't like these people because X. So let's do these things against those people, and then slowly you get everybody on side to do whatever you want to them.
Right.
And no one bats an eyelash, and you can go to war.
Yeah. And
not to Germany.
So here's what. Yeah. Yes. And Russia and Chairman Mao and China. I mean, continue on with all of these dictators that had the same strategy, right?
They love that strategy. That's the best strategy, and they know it. It's because they open a book and like, oh yeah, this is the strategy that was used previously. It works then. Let's use it now.
It works.
Okay,
right.
Look, it works.
Here
Wow, that was easy.
Right.
It's the worst part about it is we're blindsided by it almost.
Yeah.
It's going on. We see it. It's all the signs, everything we've seen. We look over the book. Oh yes, it's obviously that, and then but they're still doing it.
It's gone.
And it's going to continue.
Right.
And what are we doing to stop it? Absolutely nothing. It continues until there's a breaking point, a melting spot where we're actually shooting each other, right?
Yeah. And so then he ends up saying so now his statement is don't go to university. It's not worth it anymore. If this is what the university's turning into, he's like, I have tenure, so I may or may not be fired, or I may or may not be removed, whatever. It's going to be hard for them to remove me. But if I had a kid, I wouldn't send them to university. I wouldn't send them to this. And so, and his point was, the knowledge that we have as humanity is out there, right? The basic knowledge that you used to have to go to university, a brick and mortar school to go get, it's definitely ubiquitous, and it's true. So, so here's my example. I went to school. I got a degree in chemical engineering. Everything I need, the knowledge that I need to be a chemical engineer, is out on YouTube today.
So, right, if you were like, okay, the stuff that I learned, let me brush up on that real fast. You wouldn't call your teacher up. You'd be YouTube.com.
YouTube or internet, or I would go out there for math. There's math sites. There's drills. 100%.
You would need to get into your car, drive to the library,
correct,
talk to somebody there, find a book. You are sitting here right now with all of the information.
All of it.
Ever to exist in the planet for humanity right here, right now.
Right.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Right.
So what is university for?
Exactly.
For discourse, right? To talk to one another.
Yes, and so then we started thinking about, okay, so the 4 things you need, the 4 things that university gives to you, right? And we boiled that down. So one is the knowledge. That's out there and it's free. I mean, effectively free, right? You need a computer, a fixed cost, and then you need an internet connection, which you can get. Okay.
Right. For most people in the United States, it's going to be effectively free.
It's
at the maximum, you have to go to McDonald's with your cell phone. A huge majority of humans right now in the United States have a cell phone.
Right.
Beyond that, you don't have a cell phone. You can still go to the library.
Right.
Libraries still exist. They are still a thing. And wow, they all have computers now.
Yeah.
You're not going to run into a library that doesn't have internet access and computers.
Right.
It's basically mandatory for even their system of itself. Where they organize their libraries based on the computers now.
So the 3 things that are number 1 is the information, right? That's out there. Game over, right? We're done with that. The 3 things that are now missing is 1, mentorship, and I guess the interactivity, we'll call it, right?
Yeah. Companionship between peers, for
sure. It's peers as well as mentorship from that the teaching time, because sometimes you want to ask questions because the knowledge is there, right?
People learn in different ways. Sometimes you can look at a book and learn that subject, no problem. I learned math from just a book, but we come on to geometry. Okay, I can't figure that out.
Right. It's the same way. It's the same reason you and I do not read the Photoshop manual.
Right.
It's the same reason you and I YouTube.
I'm just gonna does this work?
Yeah.
Let's do this. YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. All right. I'm just gonna brute force through this. I don't need someone. I don't need the Photoshop manual or someone to help me really necessarily with that.
Right.
I can, through my own learning methods, kind of figure that out.
Right. So interactivity, right? The third thing that is thing about a university is that is unique about a university is application. So some fields don't require it. Mine did. I spent probably 1,000 hours in the lab doing chemistry experiments and doing this. We had a plant lab where we boiled some water and had some steam and did the thing and did some measuring and all this other stuff, right? So that's application.
You did the thing.
We did the thing.
You did the thing. Yeah.
We had a small little lab. We had a pump that we had to turn on, and we had some heaters that we had to do, and we had to measure temperature. There's application that we had to do, right?
Yeah, to hit start streaming on OBS. Right?
If you have like a degree in, I don't know, something like philosophy or something where you didn't have to write too much, and or like geography, where you could probably do stuff that's multiple choice and identification and all that. You probably don't need a whole lot of application. Application varies a lot but depending on your subject. So Absolutely. In mine, there was a lot of it. In something like philosophy, there's probably not a lot of application. In psychology,
you're not going to overthrow the papers that have been written previously during your time in school.
Correct.
You're probably not going to write your thesis and be like, "Wow, that's the thing now. You're the guy who did the thing." Right. That's probably not going to happen.
Right.
You're reinventing the wheel at that point.
Right.
Like you really got to do it right.
Yeah. And then the last thing is accreditation. Someone needs to grade your stuff. And someone needs to bless it. And kind of this understated thing with accreditation is confidence in the accreditation, right?
Right.
So
what school did you go to? Yes, I know of that school, and that is what's important.
Correct.
Rather than anything else, I understand the processes that went to that school, maybe because I went to that school myself,
right?
Or because I hold that school in high standing because of my cultural knowledge of that school.
Right.
Harvard, a good school. I don't know what being in Harvard's like.
Right.
You went to a good school, though. You got to be smart.
Right. I guess. I mean, I think I know they don't. I know they don't screw around at Harvard. I know they don't let you off easy. I know at MIT they don't put up with suckers. They will read you out.
Because they also understand that the most important part of their process is the accreditation. I hold a degree from MIT.
Right.
What do? Okay, I will give you a job most likely because you're going to be a very qualified individual.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, maybe, possibly, right? That's what we expect.
Right.
That's the idea behind it.
Right.
And you're not. That's a really big thing. You're not going to get an accreditation from just doing it yourself. You could be the best at your craft, but not having accreditation could make it so that you just aren't hired.
Right.
You don't. I am the best welder, best Photoshopper, best whatever. You don't have a degree, you don't have accreditation from X, Y, and Z. I don't care. I'm not going to look over your resume.
Right.
Because Jonathan above you does have that accreditation, which is shitty.
But right. So there's that. So those four things kind of make up a university experience, and so that's why the University of Phoenix Online exists. Right. They have a limited course set that you can go take, and you're interactive, and you're on Skype with professors because you have interactivity, you definitely have tests, and you definitely have accreditation. So where something like University of Phoenix is online is application. So they can't. I guess they can have you go to somewhere and do a thing, and then come back and bring a paper. But I think very limited, right?
You have to go to a location, maybe not with everyone in your class, but some people in your class, and you do have to do some things with them. It's not you can't deal with usually for most classes you can't deal with 100% online course,
right?
And that's part of them wanting to have a strong basis in their ability to certify you, right? We actually did stuff with our students. We didn't just give them a degree because that's the fear, right? You went to this college over here. They actually just gave you a degree. You paid them this amount of money. You're like,
they gave you a Cosby degree, right? So,
right.
Yeah. He dropped out of Temple, right? He didn't.
Hey,
you
guys can give me all the degrees schools. You want to give me some degrees? I don't know what I did to deserve one, but I'll take it.
I'll take it.
You certify me. I don't mind. Wolf, it's great to see you, man. How you doing?
What's up, man? So yeah, that. So now they're saying, look, don't send your kids to university. It's not worth it. The price of university has never been higher. The freedom that ideas have has never been lower. The standards that university holds have never been lower, and the debt that you're going to come out of there with has never been higher. It's not worth it. And this professor, who is University of Toronto, comes out and says, send them to trade school.
Boom.
They'd be better off.
They've been saying that for years now. Send them to trade school. Get a job is what they've been saying.
Yeah.
Go do the thing.
Do the thing. Send them to trade school.
See, that's why I started doing this. Because I felt like this is a trade that I wanted to apply to.
Right.
There was no school for me to go to yet. Soon, TM. Actually, probably maybe there is a lot of schools I could have gone to for things about this rather than specifically go to school to be a live broadcaster. There's things that I could have done that were on the path to be here, like being good at graphical editing and probably oration. You could probably take a class for stuff like that, but you don't need to be certified to do this job. You don't need to be certified to do the YouTube job. No one has accreditation yet. You're from the school of YouTube. Soon, definitely, for freaking sure soon. Google is on that bandwagon to start teaching people. I mean, I'm going to a Google class the 7th, the 5th this next month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's next weekend. That's not this week. Yeah, it's next weekend. That'd be great. Weekend. Content creator classes, 100%. Yeah.
And that's provided free. They rented at a hotel. They're going to provide all the stuff that's necessary. They've even hired not professors, but they're not certified, but they've been doing the job. They have the credentials to be hired by YouTube and paid to go to this event and do things.
Right.
They're teachers, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get quite that. You're not going to go to a business and be like, yeah, I'm educated for YouTube. Oh, what does that even mean? What do you even do? I don't understand. But that is going to said there is definitely going to be a school of streaming and YouTube for.
It was Jordan Peterson, Toaster. Yeah, it was him. He said he said send him to trade school. He's like that. I can't recommend it. So
Jordan Peterson, shout out to you, man. So that brings me into sort of kind of my topic that I want to talk about, and this is pretty close to home for me. Yeah, you probably saw it on Twitter yesterday. I think the hashtag was trans. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. You put it up there.
Trans rights are humans' rights. So this is a big, huge backlash that's going on.
Right.
Pretty much everywhere, I would say. Even within the military right now, because of, and pretty much exclusively because of the President of the United States tweets, for freak's sake, regarding the banning of transgender individuals from service and enlistment in the armed forces of the U.S.
Right.
So to put this in perspective, other countries are fine with this. Transgenders, people in Canada, totally fine. Other countries, they don't care. Now the reason behind this was because of health costs. So they said that's what the tweet said. Again, we only have the tweets, honestly. But I'll talk about a little bit about how this is really just the tweets and that's it.
Isn't that interesting that
Twitter, right?
Twitter,
you go to Twitter to announce this kind of stuff. The President of the United States of America to Twitter, of all locations. You can go in front of the TV. That's the thing. That's your big thing. That's your power.
Right.
That's like one of the things you get. You can be like, hey, I'm going to be on TV now. You can't put anything else on. I have the power to do that. I can speak in front of the entire nation as soon as within the day. That's the thing I do. But no, let me get on my Twitter. Twitter.
Yeah, and here it is. You can say, I want every major network in my office in 1 hour. We're going to do a press conference.
Yeah, they'll be there in 5 minutes, bro. They have to be by law. But instead, like, how serious can you be? But not serious about something. Okay, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I did it. All right, next topic.
Come on, man. This is a big deal. And the big issue for me is that the tweet specifically said that I've consulted the generals and chief of staff, and they have said this is what we should do. They came out the next day. They're like, what? We have no implementation for this whatsoever. We respect our chain of command. We understand what needs to happen. And the moment that chain of command comes down and tells us what's actually going to happen with this, because we haven't heard this. I read the tweets. That's all I know about it. The moment that actually happens, we'll do something about it. Until then, and this is the Joint Chief of Staff. I'm paraphrasing here. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Let me find the tweets.
His tweets. This is a speech actually given by someone who gives a crap. Shoot, if I can find this. Well, anyways, he said, up until that moment that we get implementation for this, we are going to treat every single soldier as having been a hero to their country, as they deserve. That is a direct release from people actually in charge of the military.
Okay.
Goddamn commander-in-chief. I have served alongside men and women who were homosexual, and they were some of the best soldiers I know. It infuriates me. It gets me hot that this is even a thing. That we are supposed to be the country that's going forward. We're the guys who are pushing to have rights, to be equal. All men are created equal. That's the foundation of our Constitution. I'm not usually one to preach the Constitution, you guys, but come on. Number one thing, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal. The women part's not actually in there, but it probably should be.
Declaration of Independence, I think. So.
Declaration of Independence. I'm sorry, not the Constitution. Sorry. Yeah. Well, those are important documents, all part of one another. There is bills in place that this should not be happening, right? This shouldn't be something that the United States is going through.
So
we should,
right?
If you can serve, if you can do the ruck march, you can carry the equipment, you could do the things that are necessary to do for your part in the service, which may, a myriad of things. Who knows what you could be doing? If you could do that, then why not? Why does it matter?
Right.
And also the cost is another issue that we spoke about. There was the tweet spoke about specifically. This is because the cost of medical care for these individuals is too high. Now, there's about 1.7 million, 1.2 million active soldiers, I believe. I'm not sure if that's counting reserves or National Guard.
So the tweets are up on the screen. Hang on a second. So tweets go up on the screen. They go from 1 at the bottom to 3 up on top. So read them from bottom to top, because that's kind of how Twitter feeds itself.
Right.
So anyway, there you go. And it's all kind of one statement. So there you go.
Burden with tremendous medical costs. Okay, there was about 2,700 of 1.2 million who are transgender, and they make up 0.0017% of the medical costs. I think that says it, honestly.
So my two thoughts when that happened, I thought my two guiding principles for when something happens in the military, I have two principles that I rest on. One, the military should not really pay attention to any of that. The military should pay attention only to qualification. Can you do 30 pull-ups or whatever the number is? Can you do a mile run? Can you lift this gear? Can you drive here? Can you make it? And then who cares what type of person can get there? If you can do those things, you can do the job. That's it, right?
That's the idea, right? Military readiness,
and whether it's male, female, whether it's whatever, whether it's male, female, whether it's whatever color, whether it's transgender or not, if the person can execute the task, then that's it. That should be it. Okay.
So be it. So that was my question as well initially upon hearing about this. Is this cost deal true? Is it much higher per individual soldier? And as you see what Kurt said, it's not. There are tons of individual soldiers that exist in the armed forces right now that are actually tremendous medical costs. They have been injured. Something's happened to them. They came into the service and then something happened during training or something else. And those costs are far higher than the treatment that transgenders are going through. And if you really want to get into that, you can just say, no, we're not going to give you pay for being transgender. We're not going to provide you with the medicine. We're just going to say no to that. If you're not going to do that yourself, then you're not going to be able to meet up to the standard, and then you can leave. You can deny. I mean, there's plenty of things that the military was like, no, you can't have that.
Right.
Lots of eye surgeries they won't allow. All kinds of things. Certain dental stuff they won't allow.
Right.
Like certain beautification things that they consider are not allowed. There's tons of stuff that they won't allow.
Right.
So they can just be like, no, we won't allow you to do that. That would be much better than being like, no. If you just identify as transgender, if you're not taking any medicines whatsoever, bye.
Right. It may, and also here's the thing: it may give soldiers an easy way out now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one, actually. Oh, I'm transgender.
Out.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Right.
That's an easy one.
I'm not taking.
There is already some pretty silly stuff.
Because I knew a buddy of mine who did his time. He did his. He signed on a 4-year commitment. He did the 4 years.
He went to prison.
No. Sorry. He signed on for 4 years. He did 4 years, and he's looking for his discharge papers to go off and do his thing, and they wouldn't give them to him. They kept kind of bumping him around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they said, no, we need you over here. We need you over here. And it got on to 4.5 years.
He must have been important. Yeah, they really do this. I've seen this a couple times. They'll do it with people who they deem like real assets. Yeah. They're like, okay, we're going to give you this thing if you re-up. Oh, no. We'll give you this thing if you re-up.
Right.
No, I'm done. I did the thing.
Right.
I'm done here. I did 4 years. That's all I signed up for.
They said, okay. And they started shipping him around. And he's like, look.
Started moving a boot.
I'm done. Am I going to have to go to the press here or something like? And he was. It kind of got heated.
You're detaining me.
Yeah, you're detaining
this
me.
is
this
is illegal.
I need my papers. I've done my. I mean, he did. He was like you. He did his time. He loved it, but when it was time to go, it was time to go. And so
that's how I felt too. At 6 years, I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. What can we do to keep you to stay? No, yeah, I'm good now.
Right.
No. What can we do to have you stay? Because it's much better to retain me for another 6 years, right? The training to get me there was super expensive. The shipping me around to get me the basic training. I went to an airborne school, did all kinds of nonsense that I didn't necessarily need to do. I had lots of certifications.
Right.
I don't know how much money I cost, but I cost a dime.
Right.
So way more than I was ever paid for sure. Like the stuff to make me do stuff, the equipment I was provided, the equipment I broke, all that stuff.
You broke.
all that stuff had to go in there. Like, I mean, I don't know how many meals were provided for me. Like a ton of money was spent on me. So keep me around was way better than training a new guy. No way.
100%.
So once I'm in at 12 years, then my pay starts getting real high up there.
Right.
And I'm going to get these benefits pretty soon. Then you can cut a guy. But after 4 years, you want to keep that guy so bad.
Right.
You need to keep that guy.
Right. So yeah, he did his commitment, and then it was time to go, and they kept giving him a runaround. So now, if there's other soldiers who are in this bucket, can they just go, I'm transgender, and they get, boom, right?
See, the crazy thing for this
and here's a question: is it honorable discharge or is it dishonorable discharge? Right? Because that matters, right?
It does definitely matter. No, that matters 1,000,000%. That matters if you ever want to get a job again.
Yes.
And having a dishonorable discharge is horrifying.
Yeah.
There was moments in the military where I was like, you know what? Screw this.
Right.
This is the worst thing I could possibly imagine. And what kept me in line was I did not want to get dishonorably discharged under any circumstance.
Right.
Death before dishonorably discharged.
Yes.
Just no thank you. Ruin your entire life. Even just because, me doing this, I feel like would still be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that I can say, no, I was honorably discharged. I did 6 years.
Right.
That's a point of pride for me.
Right. And
I don't know what happens if you say you're transgender.
And it kind of goes to what we were talking about. It's like accreditation, right?
Right. Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Honorably discharged. 100%. Hey, accreditation. Or
so before we went to Iraq, there was a ton of guys who were not having it. They were scared.
Yeah.
They were for real scared. Like they were, I'm gonna blow my own head off if you don't let me out. Scared.
Right.
And you take their shoelaces away. There has to be a guy next to them watching them all the time. Yeah. Four guys out of my 120 people who went to Iraq with me were like, I would sooner kill myself. And I think they either didn't. They got put on. They weren't able to go anymore, right? If you go to that point and you're willing to take your own life and you're actually acting upon it, we don't want you in country anyway. We don't want you having a gun. So it's a matter of, hey, this guy's been stamped as he's not having a gun. We haven't kicked him out. He's going to do his 6 years still. We'll do some paperwork or something like that.
Right.
And then there's also the other level of, okay, this guy is no longer fit to even be in the military. I don't know what happens to those guys. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Right. I don't know.
Maybe you get a general discharge. Maybe. Like, dishonorable discharge is like being a felon. Yes, from what I understand, Toaster.
A dishonorable?
Yeah, dishonorable. You might as well be a felon.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right. So that's my question on this. Is this going to now give an elective out? Because for sure, there are guys who are, I mean, you're pushed to your psychological and your physical limit in the armed forces, right?
In day one.
On day, yeah, and for sure.
Day 1, minute 6.
Right, and for sure, you will think, if there is a way out, I will take that way out right now.
Definitely. I don't care how tough you are, okay? Right. Like, the difference between a brave soldier and a coward is, the tiniest little line.
Oh, 100%.
Super tiny.
Wear that line very like these. There's Klinger from MASH I put up on the screen.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
See, okay, so being transgender, right? You identify as...
That is a trans... what do you call it? Cross-dresser?
Yeah, he's just a cross-dresser. He's just wearing women's clothing.
Right.
He's not. What you wear does not decide your gender, right? And what you wear and what you look like does not decide how you identify yourself.
Right.
Whatever. Okay. You have XY and YY chromosome, or XY and whatever the chromosomes are. You always will have those. As far as I know, you can't get rid of that. There's only 2 different sets. Whatever you identify on, I don't really care. I don't give a crap. If you felt like you were born a male and you feel like you're a female, whatever. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing to be said about that subject. Who cares?
Right.
Do whatever you want. Have whatever surgery you want. Go ahead. I don't think that applies to military service in any way.
Right.
It's not important. Dressing like that doesn't matter. What if you wear? If you dress like a guy, you dress like a male, doesn't make you a male. If you dress like a female, it doesn't make you a female. Doesn't dictate your sexuality either. If I were to wear a skirt, it doesn't mean I'm homosexual for the day. When I take the skirt off, I'm not homosexual anymore. It's not.
Right.
So don't judge a book by its cover in these circumstances.
Right.
I like that picture though. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's Klinger. Yeah. So anyway, my 2 guiding principles are: 1, the military should probably be task focused above all. Is can you do the job, etc. I agree. And then 2, here's the thing. Is on these matters, trust the military to kind of oversee themselves, right? So if if the generals all get together and suggest the thing, and they usually have a darn good reason for it, then we do the thing. There's probably
a reason behind it,
right?
If they could all agree on something, there's got to be a real good reason.
It's like you were saying, like the military always is reactive. They only do the thing because someone died.
Johnny broke his leg when he got on the thing, so now when you get on the thing, you have to have 3 points of contact.
Right. That's it.
Right.
And so
you have to have a class.
Because of that logic and because of that mode of operation, when they actually put something in place, they have a they have a reason.
There's a documented. Frederick died because of this.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
so now we do this thing and this thing and this thing because this happened, and now that's the policy. That's it.
Yeah, boom. That's your SOP.
And all of the military leaders, most of the time, think that way. Is we do X because of Y, and end of story. Right.
End of story. Right.
End of story. That's it.
One time in 1997, this happened, and it'll never happen again. Okay.
And here's the thing, I trust that as a non-military guy. Okay. Yes.
Honestly, I hate that as a military guy,
Right.
but I also do trust that as a military guy.
Right. Oh, yeah. I can hate those horrible rules every time because, and the bed's got to be this way and the sheet and the perfect in the quarter.
Why are we so reactive? Why don't we do preventive measures? Oh, why can't we do this? Oh, we should do it this way instead. Because Joe is always smarter than everybody else because he's boots on ground, right?
Right. Yeah, and then and by the way, I kind of want to trust in that. That's kind of what makes the military pretty great. Is that
For sure.
is that they do the thing because they either want something to happen or they don't want something to happen, and that's it.
It does prevent a lot of nonsense from going on. It makes things less complicated. And this is a good reason. This is a good thing to bring up because there was nobody in the military chain of command who was like, hey, transgenders are a problem.
Right.
No,
this tweet leads you to believe it was.
Right. This tweet is first shots fired, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, when I looked at this, I was like, okay, I need to research about this because there's no way that the President of the United States pulled this out of his ass. And that was wrong.
Wrong. Right. Okay, so say he did, if the generals come to Trump and say, we need to do the thing, then...
Very well. Okay.
Yes, do the thing.
There got to be a reason.
There's got to be a reason, right?
At the very least, we could start there, right? Even if they were wrong, we could discuss that afterwards.
Right. Yeah, or if the generals... I mean, that was a lot of the angst about our operations in Afghanistan is because you had... with Obama, because you had all these generals coming out and saying, we should do the thing, and Obama would not do the thing because of the press.
Over and over again.
It was
a
like,
lot of that.
Yeah, there was like, we need to be aggressive on these points.
And there's a lot of conflict there.
Right. And then either the press or public opinion or whatever drove Commander-in-Chief to not make those decisions, but it was military saying, we need to do the thing because X, Y, and Z, and here's our judgment. And he was continually saying, no to all these generals.
Right. I would be okay with it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the president saying, hey, I'm the president. I'm deciding this because of this.
Right.
I'm not okay with it vice versa. Hey, I'm the president. I'm going to come in now and do things here because I know best. That's not what you should do, right? Like shooting down something they want to do because you understand a different place, right? You're coming from somewhere else.
Right.
So actually, I think maybe what we could grab from this and this subject is Trump has something else going on. He's got some other backroom stuff where he's talking to somebody. And he's like, hey, you cut me a deal, I'll cut you a deal. We'll kick transgenders out because I know you're against that stuff, and you give me this. That's the only conclusion to come to here, right?
Right.
The people he discussed with is somebody else. Where he's getting something out of this.
Yeah, or it's one of the or it's the other one of those things that he does that he's super good at, right? It's
oh yeah, maybe so. Oh god.
I'm doing 4 things here.
And I'm gonna make a big deal about one of them.
I'm gonna make a big deal about one of them, and I'm not gonna be talking. I'm just gonna do these 3 things. This is gonna be the firestorm.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. I'll go back on that one.
It's gonna affect.
It's the pink flamingo.
Right. It's going to affect. It's going to affect 2,000 out of my 1.2 million.
Mm-hmm. Sleight of hand. I like that too.
Right. And it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing he did with.
Trump's a goddamn genius sometimes. If he's actually playing us right now.
If he's actually playing us, yeah. That's the hope is that goddamn he's so But here's the thing: is that the best example I heard of him doing this was telling the press. His first thing was terrorism, Islamic terrorism is a problem, and everyone goes, no, it's not necessarily Islamic. You can't say that. Right. And then he changes.
Obviously, right.
All right. Then he changes it, and he goes, "You guys never cover Islamic terrorism." And they said, yes, we do. Look at all the times we covered it.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, look at all the Islamic terrorism I just listed and I just pushed out to my readers. And then he goes, then he's like, thank you for making my point. Is right? It was, it was so genius. All he did was he kind of pushed at him a little bit, and then he let their momentum carry him back to the storyline, the narrative that he's wanting to push. And he's like, no, we covered them.
The messed up thing
we covered them on the coal. We covered it on the coal. We covered it in Somalia. We covered it in it. And then they go back 20 years and point out all this Islamic terrorism for their readers and for Trump. And then suddenly it's like, maybe it is a problem, which is what he was saying 2 months ago, right?
So it's a play that you make in a game where your enemy doesn't have a choice.
Right.
You understand that their next movement is going to be this thing. What do you do as defense there? You done lost before the game started in those cases.
Right.
What's this says better? Is there a possibility that general said, okay, we have this problem with this thing, but we don't want to take the heat for it.
Right.
Will you do so? It's always possible, Wes. I would be surprised, especially because of some of the speeches I've been hearing from the guys. They seem pretty sincere about what the hell. They're saying they got blindsided by this. They're saying they didn't know about it. Hold on, I'm going to read more of this stuff.
Right.
If you date a transgender that dies, so you don't know, should he passes? I don't know what you mean by Kurt. That
Dies.
Kurt's dead or switches gender? So you're talking, okay, you're dating a person and you've never seen their tickle bitties, their bits, and they
Right.
switch over. Should they tell you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gotta be illegal somehow.
Right.
For them not to disclose that information.
Well,
Maybe not illegal, but
so
wrong.
yeah. So here is the thing: is that okay? Do you know the story of? Let me put this up. Here's an interesting story. So anyway, to answer. To wrap that up, that is if it actually was, hopefully it's a military generals are saying this because now there's an actual cause for. There's something real. I mean, the only hope is there's something real behind it. But
there has to be hope. I don't know.
It doesn't look like there is. Right.
It wasn't an issue till yesterday.
Right. How did that happen? Right.
For my 6 years in the military, we were caught up on homosexuals. Don't ask, don't tell. If you're gay, don't tell us. We don't care.
Right.
I mean, there was never like, hey, if you're turning into a girl, don't tell us.
Right.
Just never an issue.
Right.
It was never concerned.
It was not a concern. Right. How did this suddenly
Obviously, it
become a
wasn't that
concern?
big of an impact on our readiness, right?
Yeah.
If you are dating a transgender person and they don't tell you that they're transgender, that is morally incorrect.
Right.
But I guess at a certain point you become so much of a woman or so much of a man from your switching that you are actually a man or a woman, and maybe there's no need to say.
Right.
I mean, you are someone who is trying to become something that you were not born as. When you are really close to being that thing, you start acting like that thing. I'm a professional streamer. I'm a man, right? I would never tell you I was a woman. I would tell you I was a man. So if I identified myself as a man, as I do, I would tell you that. So
Right.
I guess I see both ways of doing it. I feel like I would be very upset if Ashley was previously a man I didn't know about it.
Probably. Yeah. So the issue is more about disclosure. Let me make my decision based on you give me that information. Let me make
I
my
need that
decision.
information so I can make a choice.
So here's a great case. So in mixed martial arts, I put up a picture of Fallon Fox. This is a great case. Okay. So Fallon
I'm a
Fox.
half boy.
Fallon Fox is a professional women's mixed martial artist fighter. Okay. Fallon Fox used to be a man, okay, and fought as a man, right? So here's the thing, is that used to be a man, went pro MMA, changed over to a woman, but had, I think it was like at least, I want to say 22 years of male testosterone and grew as a man around 22, and then somewhere around the early 20s switched over to be a woman.
Testosterone does matter. This isn't just, oh yeah, it makes you have balls.
100%.
Testosterone gives you like so much power,
Right.
man. Like,
So-
the difference is gigantic.
It is. So that's where it is. And so then this thing, this blows up that Fallon Fox has, I think, 4 fights as a woman versus other women. And Fallon Fox beat the crap out of these ladies, okay? And all their opponents were outmatched, outboxed. They said the hardest I've ever been hit was by Fallon Fox or whatever. Well, anyway, after these 4 fights, Fallon comes out and the information comes out, right? And now there's all this hate on you should. Now the MMA world was okay. Should she be allowed to fight as a woman because she's had 22 years of testosterone to build male bones, male twitch muscles, and all of this. And I think the biggest deal about this was the MMA. The crowds were, if you're against Fallon Fox doing this, then you're anti-transgender. You know,
right, it could be very easy to draw that fake kind of line there. If you're not okay with with her being in this competition. You're not okay with anybody having done that previously.
Right. And so, and the most of the media missed the mark on this one because I jumped out and I said, no. Who cares about anyone doing anything that adults consent to? That's the same thing. If two people want to get, if Badger, if you want to get in there against someone who's as big as Andre the Giant, go for it. I don't care. But here's the thing.
Please convince me not to. Stop. No.
Right. But here's the thing. You consented. All right?
Right, definitely.
The four opponents that Fallon Fox did not consent to be beaten by a man. That's why they're not fighting in the men's division. So here's the thing: is that the testosterone, there are advantage. So you're right. There are at least almost a minimum of 10% equally trained, equally skilled. Men have at least around a 10% strength advantage and a 10% speed advantage as well. That's huge in MMA, and that's huge in striking, right? They also, their bones are more dense, their muscles are more dense, so per volume, they weigh more inside that same frame. So it's harder for Fallon to make that weight because, like, she had all these male bones, right? So, anyway, so the point is, it's not whether she should be allowed in the cage as a woman. No. The point is disclosure. Fallon should have told and laid that on the table for these women, and then the women could make that decision.
Absolutely.
If you want to get in the cage and fight a bear, go right ahead. Like that's your call, baby.
Yeah, go do that. Actually,
go for it. Where the bear has this amazing percentage, or if you're Michael Phelps and you want to race a goddamn shark, I don't care.
Yeah,
go do what you want to do.
You know a shark.
And here's the key:
the shark wasn't once a dinosaur. Now it's a shark.
You know the risks. You have all the information to make that decision as a consenting adult. I don't care. These ladies,
like you're absolutely right.
And these four ladies came out and they were pissed. All of her opponents, they were saying, "Hell no! If I had known, hell no, I wouldn't have fought her because I thought
you were a man for how many years?
I thought I was fighting a woman." And they were saying, I mean, they're like, "Yeah, you were." Not really. Hang on.
You were,
but you weren't. You were fighting the muscles of a 22 years worth of testosterone built.
That's what's important. Right. The actual build of the body is what's important, right? Because that is a big difference between men and women. We have to accept that as fact. The Olympics has a certain set of criteria that you have to go through in order to be a woman. If you don't hit that criteria, you better take some estrogen. You have to do that. You have to have the certain amount of testosterone, certain amount of estrogen. There is numbers that go into this. There's statistics that have to be involved.
Right.
And not disclosing,
wow, that's big time, right?
Wow,
and I think Toaster asked a question. Toaster asked a good question: is would these women have that refused a fight? Would it have been the end of their career? No, because here's the thing: since Fallon Fox came out, no other women have fought her. Right? That's it, done. Because you know why? They don't want to get their ass whooped by a guy. I mean, otherwise
they would have a hard time getting matches. If,
otherwise they would go fight in the men's circuit. Right?
Yep.
If they could, right?
Right, exactly.
They did not. And other women, the other female fighters, no one wants to fight Fallon Fox anymore because they know they're going to just get their head pounded in. And these women, like some of them, a couple of them had concussions, really bad, and got stitches and had broken orbital sockets from.
I mean, you get whooped in MMA. You don't.
Like it was a big deal, right? And so, so the
disclosure,
issue,
man, that's messed up.
The issue is not a transgender issue. The issue is disclosure and consenting adults, and they consented to something that there was no disclosure in what was going on, right?
For sure. I feel it
was like disclosure. That's it.
Taking supplements that would massively increase your ability, right? If you had a magic drug, that made you 50% stronger than everyone else, and you didn't tell anybody, and you came in and you broke someone's leg. That's not okay, right? There's an issue there. There's a fair competition issue. So your training was better. Okay, sure, your training was better. You exercise better. Okay, sure, we all have the possibility to have these options. You were just straight up stronger than everyone else because you did this thing.
Right.
Whoa. Okay, I don't know about the whole just you being better because of this drug you took or this thing you did.
Right. And a year and a half ago, I mean, so to say that testosterone doesn't necessarily make a difference, it does. USADA and the Nevada State Athletic Commission both banned supplemental testosterone for fighters.
Right.
You can't be on testosterone for a reason. So it's something that happens for male athletes when they get older. Their testosterone goes down. Some it's just because of wear and tear. Some it's just because of age, and some it's because of their brain thing. Like they get their pituitary knocked in, and your testosterone goes down. And
there's
by
a
the way,
plethora of things that will happen.
Right.
Like there's so many different effects you can have, and every single person is going to be different in these circumstances.
Right.
And those things will be, the best fighter ever. I got hit in the head. I no longer produce the same amount of testosterone. I can't even compete anymore.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Right.
You're not allowed to take a supplement. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and so here's the thing, is that I will probably at some point, if I want to do jiu-jitsu into my 50s, like as an older dude, like in...
What? Scarlett is trans? I didn't know that. Scarlett's a baller.
Scarlett? Really?
This female star... What? No way is Scarlett trans, Kurt. I did not know that.
Really? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Scarlett's a super good StarCraft player. That makes sense, actually, to me. Yeah, what? I'm a huge fan of Scarlett, actually, Kurt. I did not know that. Oh, I guess I'm not a huge fan. I've seen Scarlett in tournaments.
Before we go off on that, let's verify that. So let's Google that. So go ahead and do that. But here's the thing is if I want to go still compete in jiu-jitsu and be a reasonable athlete into like my mid and late 50s, I will probably take supplemental testosterone. Right? Because it's prescribed by a doctor. Right? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm reading about this Scarlett thing. I'll have to read about this later. I'll look into this. I don't know if Scarlett's... I did not know. See, I guess it doesn't matter. No. Anyways, so Toaster said that that's not quite true. Trans people are incapable of producing offspring. Most people enter a relationship with the goal of having a family. So I said that you don't necessarily have to disclose based on the situation, what's going on. I definitely think you should disclose if you couldn't produce offspring, but I do think that's a separate issue to having previously been a man or a woman.
Right.
Hey, I can't have a baby is probably going to be like a number one thing you talk about. Date 4, 3 maybe.
Right.
Like you're kind of pushing it if you go any further than that. Like your 5th meeting, you should have had a conversation. Hey, I'm incapable of producing offspring, because that is killer for most people. Not less and less people as time goes on. A lot of people aren't interested in having offspring whatsoever in this day and age. I think especially as this generation grows up, that'll be more and more common. Adoption will be more and more common as well. So I don't think that's absolutely killer, but that is tough to do. You should definitely talk about your inability to reproduce.
Right. Here you go. So, okay, there it is. So Fallon announced her last fight was in 2012. I think she announced it afterwards and hadn't fought since. So that's correct. And then here's from her first fight, which was in her last fight was in 2014. When was the announcement? Yeah, in an interview, New York Post, former UFC women's bantamweight champ. Here it is. So Ronda Rousey says she would be willing to fight. Fox says, I can knock out anyone in the world, although she believes that Fox has male bone density, leading to an unfair advantage, right? So Ronda says no. If you go through puberty as a man, it's not something you can reverse. There's no undo button on that.
Puberty is a big formation. Like the difference between a young male and a young female before puberty is at the most minimal there.
Right.
The testosterone hasn't kicked in to the point where it's going to modify every single cell in your body as it does. You, when you were born, have nothing in common with you right now. Every single cell has been replaced.
Right.
I think there's a very few things that don't get replaced. Maybe some of the eye doesn't get replaced. 99.9% of you is going to be replaced in that time. You're going to regrow it.
So
reform it.
Incorrect. She announced. So Fallon came out in 2013, and then she had 2 more fights afterwards against Heather Bassett and Tamika Brent. So, so Heather and Tamika, go for it. Fight whoever you want to fight, whatever, But the one where it was her other 3 fights were Alana, Erica, and Elisha. Those needed to have consent. So. And Tamika comes out and says, here you go. Tamika was beaten handily. Brent suffered a concussion, an orbital bone fracture, and 7 staples to the head in the first round. After her loss, Brent took society media to convey her thoughts and experience. She says, I fought a lot of women and have never felt the strength that I felt in the fight that I did that night. I can't answer whether it was because she was born a man or not because I'm not a doctor. I can only say I've never felt so overpowered ever in my life. And I am an abnormally strong female in my own right. Her grip was different. I could usually move around the clinch against other females, but I could not move at all in Fox's clinch. There you go.
Harsh. Turns out Scarlet is the highest grossing female player to ever exist in StarCraft history.
How about that?
Pretty intense.
All these. Okay, so there's an internet meme going around like, so the
Wheels.
Caitlyn cannon wheels. So
That's a good one.
Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner. Bruce
right.
Jenner converts over to a woman and then goes over and wins Woman of the Year. So a man won Woman of the Year. So men are even better at the meme is
Being women than women are.
Men
Oh,
are
no.
even better at being women.
No, that's not once you make your transition, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So what is
Scarlet also men are
Yeah.
being better at being female StarCraft players than women are, I guess. There you go.
See, the conversation there is weird. Why are men better at esports than women?
Reaction time or
I know there is a difference in reaction time. Yes, but
aggression,
see, I would think it's a mental thing, right?
tactical.
No, I don't think it's consideration. I don't think it's organization. To me, women are great at organization and stuff. Okay, so for me, when I think about this subject, I always boil it down to, I have a spear, my boy's got a spears, and what do we do?
Right.
We're gonna get around the animal, we're gonna run off a cliff, and it's gonna fall to his death. Boom, nailed it.
Right.
Right. That's where I go to. And then what are the women doing back at the camp? They're organizing. They're telling stories. They're getting information. They're teaching one another. They're doing all the things that the men are too stupid to do and aren't organized enough to do.
Right.
Don't have the communication skills that do. But the behind the scenes stuff seems more important for organizing and killing people in video games than my ability to chase some freaking deer off a cliff.
And
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's the other thing: is that that same, however many thousand years ago that same thing happens, right? Is that it's also probably why women talk, because they're sitting around, they're doing the thing, and they're talking and kind of relating. And the dudes are hunting, and the dudes are hunting, so they value dudes that can shut the hell up. Hey,
move.
Dude.
Be quiet.
Shut
Throw that spear really well. Be really strong.
Up. Right. It's right over there. That boar is right there. You shut the hell up right now.
Right. This is a whole different aspect here. I don't understand why women just aren't wrecking dudes at esports.
Yeah.
It has to be the numerical reaction time that they have.
Yeah, something be like that.
Or just the society itself doesn't appreciate female gamers very much.
Or something.
I feel like that's not the case as much anymore. Like previously, sure, maybe gaming was a guy's thing.
Yeah.
But Tetris, one of the most popular video games in the world, designed for women.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why dudes can go out and fish for 12 hours and say nothing, and it was a great day, right? And you put you put the wife in that okay, so I went and hung out with my buddy Colby for like a day and a half or something, right? And she says, "What do you guys talk about?" Not much. She goes, "Well, how's his kids doing?" They're okay, I guess. I don't know.
What did you guys have a conversation about? I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
That doesn't really matter.
Talked about a little bit about jiu-jitsu. Talked a little about construction.
What do you say when someone asks you, "How's your day today?"
Good.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah,
I'm good.
It was a good day today. Actually, how was your day today? It was okay.
Oh,
I had this conversation.
Here we go. And then
I was in the other car the other day, and I asked Ashley how her day was, and she was like, "Oh, it was fine." And I was like, "Yes." And then she's like, "Oh, but I talked to this lady," and I was like, "No!" 30 minutes about this lady, which was fine. But in my head, I was staring forward in the car, like, "God damn it, William!"
Oh man, it was. Oh no!
We suck again.
Oh man, that's good.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
You have to be part of your better half, you know.
Yeah. How's work? It was good.
So okay, yeah, I was gonna say, Kurt, I've heard that the whole better at multitasking thing isn't actually true for either sex. No one's good at multitasking apparently.
Right.
Oh shit, she's here.
Right. Oh yeah, she's here. You don't know. That's funny. That's a funny story. Yeah. Here you go. It's how's your day? That was good.
Some people are better at task switching. Some people can switch between tasks. Proficiency goes down when doing multiple tasks, no matter what. Because I hear both of these. Women are better at multitasking, men are better at multitasking, right. And then neither. So it depends on who did the test and what you're testing.
Yeah. How's your day? It was good.
Yeah, that's fine. I good day. I got $1 million.
It was good. It's all good.
Let's know if this
mercy.
happened to you, okay? If you do that, guys and girls.
Yeah.
Someone asks you about your day, and you're like, "Oh shit, I was waiting for it. I'm ready. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me get my pen and pad out because I got some notes here."
Well, I'm glad you asked.
My shoes really hurt. I had a blister on my left pinky toe. That's just the start of my day. Just wait until we get to the job. I tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ashley. I love you very much.
Yeah. So here's the okay. So speaking of which, the family's back.
Yay!
Ash is back. Family's back. Wife's back. Everybody's back. Right. Okay. So it's 6.5 weeks since wife and I see each other. So
Yes.
I let me just let me do that.
That's true, Ash. Probably so.
So-
That's the one you get.
Oh, it's on repeat. Hang on.
Oh,
I had the
wow. You
crickets.
can't stop it. That's just like
There it is.
IRL. Are you done yet? No.
Nope. So, anyway, so good times are had by all, and I will tell you something that was the most hilarious thing. So, she last night she gets up and hits the restroom. I don't know. I think they're up and down because jet lag. Their sleep is all
Sure,
weird.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
she goes to the restroom, and usually I don't hear. Usually she's really good about getting up pretty gently and coming back, and I don't usually. I'm a medium sleeper. I'm not a really light sleeper, except if I'm by myself. I sleep on yellow, right? Which is crazy. So
Sleep on yellow? No, yeah, sure. I got you.
I sleep on yellow when no one else is there, because then I'll hear.
Oh yeah, I'm way more amped when no one else is there. Even
Right.
if I don't even. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So then she comes and sits down, and then I get up to go to the restroom, and then I come lay back down, and she's half asleep, I'm half asleep, and she kind of puts her hand over there on like my shoulder and rubs it. She's like, yeah, because she's not used to me being there. Like she rubs my shoulder, or whatever, right? And
Sure. She's a little grope. He's dying here already.
I grab. So then she kind of sticks her hand out and she hits my shoulder, and then I kind of turn to where I'm getting comfortable, and I got her hand here, and then I do the handshake and the handshake and the handshake, and I do the knuckle. It's like 3 a.m.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
And
man?
I do the bro handshake.
Why is that? You want to play some GTA 5 together?
And
heck? Are you half asleep during this?
And she kind of goes like this and then rolls over. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So I do the handshake. It's true. I am 93% asleep, and
Okay,
I do this
great.
bro handshake, and it's hilarious. And so then I start laughing, and then I'm laughing so hard I'm shaking the bed, and
Jeez.
because it's so funny. And she's like, "What are you laughing at?" And I can't even talk to her. I'm going, "The handshake!"
Wow, what a thing to do with your wife after she came. She's gone for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I'm going back to Australia. Kurt's like, oh man, we're out of here. I'm done. I'm rolling back over. Let's get separate rooms. Let's get separate rooms, honey.
And then of course I couldn't explain to her why that was so funny. It's like
I don't know why
the
it was
first
funny
thing
either.
the first thing you do after you see each other for 7 weeks is one of these bro
Bro shake.
handshakes.
That's great.
Oh my
I love
God.
the clown.
Oh my god.
I feel like that was only funny to you because you were sleep drunk.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
100%.
in the middle of, like-
It would have been similarly as funny if I had done it at a funeral or where I had to be quiet, right?
Right.
You know,
It was-
where she does this on my shoulder or something, and I go.
Oh, baby, it's okay. I know
we do
this is a very hard time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we do we do a fist, one of those.
You gave her the secret handshake.
Yeah, secret handshake or something.
Confirm that was her.
Oh my god.
That's great.
I have no clue why it was so funny. I think it was just because I was sleep drunk,
Sleep drunk, yeah.
and then
Real thing.
shaking the bed laughing, and then she gets mad at me like, "Would you just go to sleep?"
She's not super drunk at all. She's totally sober, and you're drunk, and that is one of the most annoying things ever. Okay.
Right. She cannot understand why I don't just go to sleep. We're so tired, and I cannot understand why she's not laughing hysterically with me.
Never change, clown. Never change, baby. Oh, that's great. Yeah, dealing with drunk people, not ever funny. They could be having a great time.
Man.
You were like, ugh.
Man.
These children I'm having to deal with. Being designated driver for a bunch of murderous killers for a long time. Yeah, I know that feel.
Oh god.
I feel real bad.
Oh my goodness.
When they start getting drunk. Some guys will start drinking. The first thing they want to do is get into a fist fight with somebody. Let's start the party off.
What is that?
Let me get a bunch of drinks in me, and then I start mean-mugging everybody.
Yes.
And then we'll come over there and be like, what are you doing? And he's totally fine with us. He's like a dog that has something wrong with him. Like I can't remember this guy's name. He's a strong dude, young guy. He could definitely hit some girls at the club. He looks great.
Right.
Like he's got his stuff on. He was getting prepared to. He was being nice and calm with everybody.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna come out with you. And we're gonna have fun. He has like 3 drinks.
Right. 3 beers.
He's drunk
3
already.
beers.
He gets 3 in there. No, he got 3 shots already. He's pretty drunk. So if he were to get into a fight, he would lose.
Right.
And he's just going up to people, pushing them.
Right.
Oh man. And it's not like he's some random civilian. He has had training for the military to get into fist fights, to do things, to feel pain.
To
we
kill.
have fought him ourselves. Right. That's his thing.
Right.
That's not funny, okay?
Right.
That's like put him in the car and get the hell out of here.
Yep.
And that's me. I'm the guy who has to do that. To get strong drunk guy who may go ham on me at any point.
Yes.
I know he's a pretty tough dude. I don't want to mess with him. Like, come on, let's go. Let's do the thing. Oh, no,
bro.
don't rip that guy's throat out. No. That guy's in college still. He's about 20. You're going to kill him and end his life. Don't please. And I'm going to get in trouble because Staff Sergeant said I had to watch out to you guys because he knows that I don't drink and I was driving the car. No, please. All right, that's what was you, Clowntown, last night. It was you.
Well,
you were that guy.
Okay, no.
Laughing.
No.
Oh, my God.
I never. No. I've never gotten in a fight, drunk or sober. I mean,
drunk or sober.
I don't think.
Never got into a fight?
Yeah, I guess I got into some dumb shoving and pushing matches.
Right, as a kid, for sure.
Yeah.
Get your heart rate going, your legs shaking.
Right. Okay. As a kid, as an adult, I've never been in I never really been in a fight. And I was always, and even when I was drunk, I was always, hey, bro, I'm just trying. I'm laughing at this handshake over here. Why are we mean-mugging everybody?
An angry drunk. I don't know what happens there.
Yeah,
you get your inhibitions lowered and you want to beat somebody up. You want to start hitting stuff. Like, what happened? There's a cognitive like distortion there for me that doesn't make any sense.
All I want to do is laugh and hug everybody when I drunk.
Does it
laugh
really matter
at anything.
if I'm drunk?
Yeah.
Anything will make me laugh. Yeah. Like, look at that lol.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. I've been drunk kind of 2 times. I was kind of tipsy recently. Maybe 3 years ago, I was drunk where I was crawling into bed. And I got drunk at home, and I was playing League of Legends. That was me, okay? We were doing a drinking game with League of Legends, and it was the most hilarious day ever, and I drank way too much.
Oh, it's great.
I vomited up a bunch of Smirnoff because it was super sugary, and I went to bed.
Yep. That's great. That's it.
I didn't go outside my place and start being mean to people. I don't know how you could even how could I organize myself while drunk to fight somebody?
100%. I could never do that. Okay, how many times would you say lifetime have you been not tipsy but drunk? Right?
2, 3 maximum.
Really?
Yes. I only tried to drink when I was 21, so I've only had 6 years of alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. Only 3, yeah.
Really?
There was I don't think besides those 3 times I could have driven a car fine.
Oh, you could have.
Yeah, definitely. Besides those 3 times.
Right.
Anytime I ever drank.
Yes. 100%.
It was only
right.
It was only like
driving impaired drunk.
Right. Definitely not.
Right.
Those 3 times I was driving impaired drunk.
That's not very much.
One of those was last month when Ashley brought me this big thing of margarita, and I drank it way too fast. And I was like, "Oh crap!
Yeah.
Oh, dizzy."
Okay. You and I have that same thing where you put something in our hand. There's no sipping.
I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a second. Crap.
There's no sipping.
It was too big. If it was a smaller thing, I'd have been fine. Because I can drink the whole thing, and they'd be like, oh, okay, I understand that it's effect on me. I'm not going to have another one. No, thank you.
Right.
I appreciate it. But if it's a one big thing,
I
made a mistake.
I don't have a sip speed.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm always I mean, even with this, I don't have a sip speed. That's too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll do the same with you with the.
Yep.
Inhale it. Drink it. I'm drinking it. I
Right.
have a purpose.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Drinking
Right.
water.
I don't have a sip speed.
Shady, you're an affectionate drunk. I feel like most people are affectionate drunks.
Or
most people are other guys
or
in the
sleepy,
military.
sleepy drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Super calm, chill. The chillest I've ever seen them.
Right.
They go back and sit in their chair. They have their drink. And they don't move the entire night.
Right.
Hey, we're ready to go now. Okay.
Right.
That was it.
All right, man.
Previously in the day, they were like, "Yeah, let's go. We're gonna have a bunch of fun. We're gonna party. We're gonna talk a bunch of smack. I'm gonna hit on some girls." They get there, they have one drink. And the funny thing about those are the big guys too. They're always the huge guys.
Right. Yeah.
One guy in particular, Johnson. He's 6'2", biggest guy I knew. He was gigantic, man. He could lay on me and crush me. He for real, he could. He would have one drink. He'd be the nicest guy, and he was already the nicest guy, honestly. Hey, what's up? And he would sit just. That's him. That's him right there. You just nailed him. That's exactly him. Just. You get talkative, Larry? That's good. Yeah, I feel like it's an inhibition lower, right? Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Just fully cool,
That's
listening
it.
to the music.
That's it.
Looking
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I get. I think I get giggly and little handsy.
Little handsy.
Little handsy.
See, I think I'm naturally pretty handsy. I like hugging.
Man,
I like hugging. I like handshaking. I like
man,
grabbing.
woman doesn't matter. Just a little handsy.
I won't grab women though. I'm totally way more handsy with men
Arm
because
around.
I feel like
Arm
there's
around.
less space. No one thinks I'm. I don't know.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not tuning in Tokyo or nothing like that. I'm just I'm just. Hey, how you doing?
No, I don't know if I can handsy. I guess I haven't.
think it has something to do because whenever I have liquor, it kind of I feel it go to my shoulders.
Yeah.
And so
your
I
arms
want
are
to
more-
kind of stretch my
move
shoulders
around?
out a little bit, like, and so
Yeah, I kind of feel you.
I just kind of want to like do this and put my arm around somebody or around the back of their chair is the default.
Oh, hey, what's
That's where
up?
it starts.
Whack it out
Because
there.
I want to
grab
lean
it.
back and do this, and it kind of gets my shoulders.
Yeah, sure. Okay. You get drunk in your shoulders.
Right.
Totally, yeah,
I
definitely.
get shoulder drunk.
Shoulder drunk. I like that kind of drunk. It's
So-
much better than beating people up drunk. That's for sure. You're getting angry drunk.
I mean, I think I've been. I'm trying to think. I asked that question only 3 times, huh?
Only 3 times, definitely. I think I can identify all 3 times.
I mean, I want to say it's,
You're not drunk. Your shoulders are drunk.
60.
Bro, you gotta calm down. Your shoulders.
I want to
are
say
like-
I'm in the low 60s.
Low.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Shoot, man, that's a lot.
I mean, that, when
I mean, I guess
I'm saying drunk is 100% impaired driving.
right. You would not drive drunk. Right.
Most of those resulted in some sort of vomiting type of thing. And
You vomited 60 times. You
oh,
vomited?
100%. Yeah.
Oh my
I'm in the
gosh.
six, yeah. Yeah. I would say low 60s.
God dang, Clowntown, that's a lot of times. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean,
Guys, tell me how many times you were drunk in chat, please.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're still here, I would be interested how many times you have been drunk.
and
also.
probably. I mean, no. I think probably that was by the time I was Badger's age. I think I
Right,
crossed.
you did it a lot earlier on.
I think I crossed. I think I was in the mid 50s by the time I was your age.
Yeah, I don't, I see. I don't understand maybe why I didn't do that. Maybe because I started so late and I'm so careful about it because of my background, my genetic background of alcoholism.
Yeah.
I don't want to push it.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot of things that contribute
Yeah.
to. Well, I will have one drink and then it'll be it. I'm okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what's going on.
absinthe. The absinthe story is one of them.
Oh,
Right.
that is one of those. Oh no, I wasn't even drunk during that. Okay, no, absinthe story for you.
My
I had
absinthe.
absinthe.
You
and
did?
I vomited.
Yes.
Yeah, but I wasn't drunk because of it. It was just I had to vomit because it
Right.
was absinthe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly why
It's
I
crazy.
vomited there. I wasn't really drunk during that though, because I wouldn't do that. I generally don't.
Right.
If I'm, it was. I think I had one drink before that and I had a shot of absinthe, and that was it.
Yeah. How many times? Yeah.
How
I feel
drunk?
like
How many times?
I feel like I'm down the middle. I mean.
right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to feel woozy or buzzed when I would drink something.
Yeah. So eventually, at some point, at some point, I quickly learned.
Rookie numbers. Get out of here, you.
Yeah. I quickly learned cruising altitude.
Yes.
Is
I
how
think
to-
that's important.
Right.
I think a lot of people learn that.
I learned cruising altitude fairly quickly, so I can get up and cruise, and then I can land that plane and get a good night's sleep and wake up like a rock star. Like that's my goal is to maintain cruising altitude and land the plane.
See, that's the perfect play.
That's
when you get to that spot where you're like, yes, that feels very nice. See, we're talking about when you go just above that spot or too far above that spot, where you're actually drunk. Right. Okay. That's 3 times I've done that to myself.
Above cruising altitude.
I'm above cruising altitude now.
Right.
I'm in a spot where I'm maybe not even comfortable with being this drunk.
Right. I mean,
I drink 60 times a day. Wow.
No. But I mean, I do like a fourth of a glass of wine a week now. That's it, and it's just for heart health.
Sure. I think that's pretty normal. Honestly.
I tweeted out how much I have a week.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's actually a question that was asked a lot to us by medical professionals. How much do you drink per week? Not do you drink, but how much do you drink?
Right. How much do you drink?
My response being no. They were like, I don't know. Are you sure?
Yeah.
How much do you smoke? How much heroin do you do?
No, here it is. Then you go, well, so what? How much do you drink? No. Well, I mean, not even socially? Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, I hate that.
Man, well,
I hate when, do you do drugs? No, I don't do drugs.
Well, how many times a week? 2 or 3 times. Well, how many times do you, do social stuff? Well, I go out probably 2 nights a weekend, then maybe I have a couple drinks during the week. I don't know. So what? 4 or 5 times? Oh, yeah, I guess it's 4 or 5 times. It goes from no to 4 or 5 times. Then you go, okay.
I don't drink.
And then you go, okay. Well, do you smoke? Oh, well, only when I drink, right?
Only when I drink.
It's like, oh, no.
So yes and yes. Man, that's common denial tactics right there. Oh, no, only socially.
Socially.
That's very simple. People do that all the time.
Right.
I only do this because of this. And I only do it when this.
Right.
How often do you do that? All the time.
All the time, yeah.
Okay, sure.
I mean, last week we did it 6 nights out of the week. That's
6 nights
rare.
a week, but that's
usually we're around 3 or 4.
Right. We're pushing it.
We're pushing it then. Yeah.
It's easy to do that. It's easy to get it together with other people who are totally okay with doing these things, or maybe don't do it as much as you. It depends on your group. But you get pushed into too much.
But pro to me is cruising altitude and landing the plane. Pro is not how much can you drink and live. Right.
For some people, it is.
Right.
How much can I drink and also not die?
Right.
Oh man, when you get to that point, I don't even like the taste of alcohol that much mostly. So I don't ever. I'm like, oh yeah, let me drink this a whole bunch.
Right.
It has to be sugary for me to like it. That's why one of the times I've ever been drunk is on Smirnoff's sugary.
Yeah. Right.
Alcohol water. Gross. Actually, I hate it now.
Right.
Can't drink it anymore. I've never been blackout drunk. Oh man, have you ever been blackout drunk where you don't remember?
Brownout, yes. Blackout.
Brownout, I see. Oh, where you remember some things and you kind of have a vague understanding of things. Okay.
And you come back.
Never
brownout
blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Guys, have you been blackout drunk before? I have not even been. I remember absolutely everything from every event where I've ever had alcohol.
Yeah, brownout drunk's pretty is.
I couldn't imagine being blackout drunk. That must
probably
be terrible.
of those 60. But brownout is, 45 minutes or so is missing. But then I come back later on that night, or I go, how did we get here? Why are we at this cafe?
I've recovered. Okay, I don't know about that. I think you still have a little blackout period there.
Yeah. But most of the other times I was like you. At some point I switched over to being the designated driver. Or I know. Oh, okay. I went from the all-time designated driver to screw that. I'm making up for lost time. Back into designated driver and then to cruiser.
I see.
So
okay.
I did some spikes and then I was cruiser.
So you kind of had the opposite of me. I was designated driver for a long time, and then I was okay with drinking.
Right.
I guess I've never had to be DD ever since.
Right.
Just my circumstance.
Yeah. My family.
Actually, no, I take it back. I would never be designated driver again. Absolutely freaking not. You need somebody to come help you out when you want to go drink? Call a taxi.
Uber.
Do an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Uber.
You suck. Okay.
Yeah. You suck. Okay.
I've been blackout drunk one time. Larry, no, what happened? You're such a nice guy, Larry.
No, you could be black. You could be a nice dude and be blackout drunk. That's done it.
Okay, sorry. You were such a reasonable human being. Is that okay? Is that better? He's still a nice guy, but
I'm the most reasonable human being, and I've had
blackout drunk. Guys, you can't let yourself get blackout drunk.
I've had 3 or 4 brownouts. I've had 3 or 4 brownouts. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm okay with you having 3 or 4 brownouts either. What year was this?
Okay, chat. Do you guys know what? Do you know what I'm talking about with a brownout? It's like it's not a blackout. It's kind of a rolling power loss. You know, it's kind of a
That sounds bad. Like, I was young and stupid. Okay, I feel like being young and stupid is not a bad thing. Now I'm old and stupid. I love that.
Right.
Good.
Right.
Being old comes with wisdom. Wisdom and intelligence are not the same thing.
Right. Yeah. You can live on 1 kidney. Right.
You can live on 1 kidney.
Yeah. Blackout twice would not recommend. Right.
Twice would not recommend. What were you guys drinking when you got blackout drunk? Larry, West Dude? No, West Dude said he was drinking 151. So I can't. What is 150? Well, I don't know if I know what 151 is.
151. It's a rum. It's like I think it's Bacardi 151.
Okay, rum.
Yeah.
I like rum actually. It's pretty good. You know what I actually really like? I like gin a lot.
Right.
I've recently had some gin. It's pretty good.
Right. There's your Bacardi.
Okay,
that's
I've had
151.
Bacardi before.
So.
See, I don't really love rum. Rum's okay. I usually like to do mixed drinks, quote unquote.
I'm not a rum dude. My brownouts were, I don't know if the absinthe counts as a brownout, but it 3 Jim Beams and
at Gentleman's Club.
One of them
is a strip club, right?
One of them was was gin and tonics and Zimas.
One of them I was doing a stream because of West Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Vodka mix shots at Gentleman Club and
West
one of them
Dude,
doing
what the hell, man?
Yeah. 100%. It's at the shoe store.
I'll put that evil on West Dude. Well, I'm not even going to blame you for that one. West Dude, what did you do to him?
Well, I remember one day where
oh my
I remember one stream. I was hanging out in your stream early days.
Me?
Yeah. And you had that cider, that horrible cider that you like, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like cider.
And so you were having a cider. It was night. It was evening time. It was weekend, evening, right?
And Lucy got me another drink, didn't she?
Right. And okay, so here it goes. You had one, you had 2, you said nah, and chat starts pressuring.
Oh my god, Wes.
Yeah. Chat starts pressuring you to have another one. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do another. I don't want another one. And he says, all right, fine. Next person does a $10 tip. I'll go get a third one. And then
how many seconds passed? About 7.
Yeah, I mean 13 seconds. And then here's the deal. You went,
oh, well, all right then. Your wish is my command. So be it.
And that was exactly your move. Is
okay.
You had your headphones and you look straight down the barrel and you flicked your buds out.
Yeah, okay, very well.
All right, there you go.
That's his life. Yeah, I would consider possibly that was during early days of streaming, and I'm okay with. I have mixed feelings about alcohol and streaming because it's my job. I'm not doing it for funsies for the LOLs. I don't know.
Okay. Here's the thing. Your job is entertainment.
It's true. That's the other side of it. Though, yes, it is a job thing.
Right.
If I was 1% funnier, if I had one cider, okay, yeah,
right.
Sure. If I earned because $10 is way more than that.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
So if I drank a cider a day and you guys paid me $10, I would be done.
Right.
That would be the stream.
Yeah.
It'd be easy, right?
Yeah,
That's what we would do every day. I would have 2 ciders. I'd fill them with water. It'd be the same 2 ciders. Put the cap back on. Open up the cap in front of you. Drink water. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Okay. That's what I would do.
Inside baseball. Inside baseball viewers, you're getting some inside baseball today. Oh man.
So there was this Twitch streamer, and he streamed in a wheelchair. It's the thing. He was wheelchair bound. He was disabled. He was handicapped, and that's this thing. He did all the time. He talked about it. He did fundraisers for that. And one day he was like, "Oh yeah, 1 second." He got banned so fast from Twitch. Holy crap, they were pissed at him.
Oh my goodness.
And don't do that, guys. A little too far.
Yeah,
okay?
and then it was it was this one. Where is it?
Oh, let's see if I can find
It's this one.
You remember that, Rascal? Oh yeah. That was like burn him at the stake.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. It was, his wife was on voice with him at the time, and he stood up and she was like,
Yeah.
It was super loud, freaked out. Because, I mean, she knew he could stand, but nobody else in his chat knew. I mean, he's a partner streamer. He's got subscribers. You know, he's got his Patreon account. He's like, oh, thank you much for supporting me. You know, it's really hard to have a job when you're disabled. Things like that. Woo!
Whoa.
Not the same thing as filling your alcohol with water, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Not the same thing.
Not the same thing. Not the
Put it
same
out
thing.
there.
And in case you're wondering,
there's a lot of Twitch fails videos.
Ash is not on contract. He is actually my son. Like
he's actually
my
son. Question is still there, content. Okay,
Yeah.
you put it on thick, but I'm still searching. Still putting
Still my content. I actually do jujitsu. It's actually a thing. I actually am a blue belt. I didn't just go buy it.
How much is fakes, guys? How much is fake? You don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys type in streamer fakes,
there's a ton. Yeah.
You'll get streamer fakes being in a wheelchair is result number 1.
Oh my goodness. Ash is a paid professional child actor, right? So
child actor, dang, never work with children.
So okay, right. So one thing I got to hit. The game is almost up. We are entering the last chapter of the Speechless Burger.
I'm excited. I don't know how this is gonna go. They're gonna burn you at the stake.
Here's the thing. I have not been sick in so long, and I am overdue.
Okay, so you're gonna get super sick?
No, I think. Maybe
you're just gonna be immune to the sickness from now on.
It's like, look, you know, every 8,000 years we have a super volcano destroys half of North America, whatever.
Like clockwork.
And so far, best of our records.
8,000 years.
Our records, it's been 24,000 years since it's erupted.
Right.
What are we doing? Right.
Time's up, baby.
Time's up, baby. So
we're waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting. So how big is that last one going to be? Right. So today I was in line. And the lovely Avery was there. One person in front of me and one person waiting. Okay, person in front of me was doing their thing and she's ordering, and so I'm standing there. And the one person waiting, I do mean Yellowstone. The one person waiting looks over, is looking at Avery, waiting for his food, and then he looks over at me, and
he says,
he and I lock eyes.
Yeah, you kiss?
No. And he begins to survey more so than everyone else surveys me.
Sure.
Right, so he's looking at me, and I of course, I smile, and then Avery says hi. She waves at me, and I wave back. Yeah. And
hello. Good.
Avery waves back, and then the other person who is in front of me finishes up. And gets her receipt and stands over, and then she goes and stands kind of in between the waiter, the person who's waiting, and me. And so then I go up there and I do the thing, you know.
Right.
And Avery says, "Yep, I got your drink right here, and let me make sure with your rest of your order. I think I got it, but I'll make sure." Yeah. And she does that and does the deal. And she said, "I knew it's a large drink, but I'll probably get it for next." She says, "I'll probably get you for next. I'll probably remember it next time." And I thought, loving you, Avery. Thumbs up. Okay, good.
Avery number 1.
Yep. Avery passes the large drink over there, does a thing, and then she says, "Here you go. There's you do your card. Here's your receipt. Your guest number 30." And then she says, "I'll be up here in just a second." And then I can feel
the bores, the drilling.
The dude looking at me. So then I pass him and I kind of shoot him a glance. He's still looking at me. I go fill up my drink and then I go sit down. He's still looking at me. And he didn't call me out. And then then he's still looking at me. And then I kind of look down at my phone. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see him looking. And then after about 3 more seconds, he looks away. But there is a dude there.
He knows.
Who was...
You could smell on you, the sweat.
He was probing for something up, right? And I don't necessarily look different than anyone else there. I don't dress any differently. I just had jeans on and shirt looks like this, and no big deal.
You could see your green screen on you, is what it was.
He saw the green screen. It's like, hey, is that?
You got a streamer?
Is that streamer guy? Is that
streamer? Oh, would it be? That would be crazier to me to walk into Waterburg and be like, "Hey, you're the drinking badger." Be like, "What?"
Yeah, punch and then
out of here.
Yeah, run.
I don't know who you are.
Right. And he's here today. Hey, Tactics, good to see you today. You know, okay. So, sorry. But no. So yeah. I think the game is going to be up. So.
The jig who's up, Reno?
Yeah. So I think very soon I'm going to go in there and I'm going to slowly bring myself out of it by starting with a whisper and starting with a horse. And then you've been bunked. Yeah, I'm not going to tell him they've been bunked. I'm just going to say, yeah, I couldn't do my voice for 6 months, but now it's starting to come back.
Had voice surgery.
Probably something like that. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Do
but
record voice on this.
I can feel it. I can feel it coming.
On your phone.
I can feel it. Oh yeah, I may need to do that.
Can I get
I may need to do that.
You should get the thing and talk it. I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, it should just work normally. The thing you can put to your throat.
Oh yeah.
I'm a robot.
Hey. Oh, you've got your voice changer. You can do it.
I mean, yeah, I could use my voice changer if I wanted to.
Right.
But, I could do a whole stream like that one time.
Number 2 cheeseburger, fries.
I got number 3, no pickles, no cheese, please.
Yeah. You just have to stop going there and never go back. No.
That's kind of pointless, though.
Yeah. I do need to wrap it up for those who recognize me, especially Avery.
Yeah, for you, Avery.
Because when I come back in, because when I come back in, like with the family.
What, Kurt?
The family's been banned from that place for like 6 months now, right?
Can I get a leader? All right. That's South Park reference, isn't it, Wolf?
So, Kurt, did you see Sid Summons 91? Did you see him
Kurt,
DJing at a club?
Yeah,
because
that's pretty awesome that you saw a streamer that you like. I mean, that has to be like, oh man, needle in the haystack, right? Like,
yeah.
No, streamer in the world,
right?
I mean, even if it's your language, I guess it's easier if it's your language. If it's a German streamer and you live in Germany.
I mean,
how many? It gets narrowed down even more and more.
Right.
And more.
How many? No, not Sid.
Not Sid.
Because
okay.
Sid's a DJ and Sid's a streamer. So hang on. Let me see how. Okay. So think about this. How many people do I follow? Right.
What, 600? Is how many I follow? I think I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I don't even know either. I just follow whoever.
It only shows me live, so I mean.
Well, go to your channel, and then it'll tell you your follower count.
Okay, hang on, channel. And then, so I mean, literally, it would have to be something.
486 followers, and maybe of those I watch
following,
7.
Right? Yeah, following 182.
Sorry, you're following.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 1/4. So yeah, your number, and then the actual ones that you watch, right? And then you would recognize even.
Oh, 100%.
Because there's tons of those guys who are following that never stream again. They have no intention of ever doing so. They stream maybe sometimes. They're casual streamers, and they're supportive of your stream that you wanted to follow to see if you could catch them live.
Yep.
Talk to them. That's a lot of the reason for following. Like tons of people I follow, so maybe I can catch them live at some point. And even then, those guys, very few of them I'll end up actually being able to watch. So 40 people maybe that I've seen stream that I really enjoy. For me to run into them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think for us it would be much easier to get recognized than to find someone you recognize, right? Because 17,000 followers on my channel.
Right. And I have 4,700 and I follow 182. But I mean, I feel like I wouldn't recognize Blooded Broadaxe.
I would recognize Blooded Broadaxe.
I would,
especially if he spoke to me.
Yeah. Oh, if he spoke, I could probably pick him up. But I don't.
I should talk to him.
It's been a million years since he streamed, so I don't remember his face. I remember Gag, who looked
2 days ago.
He did.
Yeah,
what?
I was actually on stream with him during a block and load kind of reunion special that we did, not on Twitch. So that was something I didn't talk about. So yeah, I talked to him recently. That's weird that you mentioned him.
Yeah, I was just looking through my follower count right now. So
yeah, that's a great example though. Blood Broadcast has streamed in like 5 months, probably something like that. Just
right, I used to see him on all the time.
Yeah, he streamed tons and then stopped streaming.
Yeah.
That happens. That's quite often, and then maybe you wouldn't recognize him. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
Jason and I are close enough to a streamer. We can manage an afternoon trip to go hang out with them. Oh, cool, Shady.
Close enough to a streamer.
Well, you guys are in California. I feel like there's a lot more streamers in California than there is in Texas.
I mean, maybe.
You cannot get recognized if you never use Facecam. Your voice can get recognized. Yeah, though. I agree.
Right. I mean, maybe I might if Warwitch, who has a very unique, very specific voice, I could probably recognize his voice if he never streamed before, right? Or if he never
Yeah.
never had a
agree,
face cam,
I
I'd probably
agree.
recognize him.
If I had no idea what words looked like, I could definitely identify his voice.
Right.
I feel like voices are very identifiable. We're very good at that. We're machines built to identify faces and voice.
Yeah.
Right. So.
The wife and Ash cannot recognize a voice to save their life. Me and the daughter, 3 seconds in. Boom.
Oh yeah, I know who this is. See,
Yeah.
I actually have trouble with the beginnings of songs. I'll be in the car with somebody, and a song will start to play. I'm like, oh, I love this song. I'm like, I don't know what the song is.
Oh, 2 notes.
No, I'm like, it has to be half the song. The chorus has to go off. Like, oh, this
Give
song.
me a
Yeah, I love
second,
this song. This is like my favorite
Get
song.
my story straight. My friends in the bathroom getting highly apostate. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So West, dude, you're on different times. So anyway, I could see that burger guy was very suspicious of me. I don't think he recognized me as a streamer or whatever. So anyway.
He did. Would you? Okay, so if you did see somebody, if you did see Warwitch out there, would you say something to him?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, me too. I would 100% say that. But what about that guy who's watched every single minute of your stream, who has 10,000 hours and never spoke to you?
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
It's different people, right?
Right. So
maybe that guy was like, "Holy sugar, it's Clown Town. I gotta say something."
Please,
And
I don't
then
care.
He clammed up into his.
I don't
his
care.
normal
Come say
self.
something. I don't care.
Right? No, yeah. For you, you're a different person than he is, though, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's boiling over on it.
And here's the thing: most of the streamers that I follow would want me to come up and say. And here's the thing: well, I may be different because I'm in their club. I am a streamer, right?
Right.
So
that's true.
If it's just a viewer who doesn't stream, it may be different. But hey, I can. A streamer comes up to me, we instantly have something to relate to.
Yeah, I stream. What was your OBS settings?
Right. OBS. I mean, yeah. What a pain in the ass is that green screen? Oh my God,
Yeah.
lighting sucks. Holy
Lighting
crap!
sucks.
What about chargebacks? How much money have you charged back? Right.
Boom! All this stuff, all this professional.
How
stuff
many
that
hecklers have you
shop
gotten?
talk.
How many times you've been told to go F yourself? You know, right? Have you ever been DDoSed? Have you ever?
Oh man, that's some good stuff right there. That's streamer stuff. Yeah, nailed it.
Instant thing we can talk about and we can relate to. So like if Warwitch comes up, if I saw Warwitch, he's got 30K followers and he's a pro.
I have a ton of questions for him.
I've got 4,700 and I'm a amateur at best. But instantly I could go, bro. What a racket, right? Oh yeah, OBS settings and green screens and he's like,
what do you use for your sound effects? Oh, what is that smoke machine that you use?
Right, what's smoke machine? Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. There's all kinds of stuff you talk
Tell me
about.
how you do that. How do you do your cards? Actually, he and I got into a good conversation about his sub giveaways. So you know how if he gets 8 subs, he gives away a free sub.
Right.
And the way he does that is because I won one once, and that's why I'm subscribed to him for 12 months now. I crossed my year boundary the other day.
12 months now, dang! Got him!
Freaking got me! Got him! You know what he did is he gave me a, and here's how it works. You do the thing, you win in his channel, and the next day he sends you a $5 Subway sandwich card.
Oh, right.
And then Subway sandwich cards are actually a currency that Twitch accepts.
Sure, right.
And so if he never gives it away or they expire, he goes and gets a sandwich.
Sure, yeah.
Right. So that's something he can use. If you're giving away Steam cards, you give them away, you have to use them somehow. But you're going to eat. So
you're going to eat. You're definitely going to eat.
And if you like Subway, if you have a favorite at Subway, you go get it. Maybe his.
My only issue with Subway is they don't have a drive-through.
Right. Yeah, but if they have a number 3 no pickles no cheese that you like, Subway sandwich cards.
I wonder if I could do Whataburger gift cards. I'd be
Boom.
I want to do this. I've been wanting to get into doing this Subway thing because I have it in the back of my eye. It's a really good idea.
Right. But here's the thing: does Twitch take Whataburger gift cards as their payment?
I'll have to look into it. Right. It's probably a Visa card. So yes, probably they.
Check it out.
We'll see.
Yeah. Have Ashley buy a sub for you, right?
Oh yeah, good. We'll do a giveaway for one. If we get X subs in a day, we'll just give a free sub out.
And so I went in, and then I said, "Subway, huh?" He says, "Yeah." And he explained all that to me, and I said, "That's a great way to do it," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like it was a great kind of. It's a way to get people involved. It's a attention grabber and all this other stuff. It was like a thing we could immediately relate to about giveaways. right?
Right. I think if you once you give someone the badge, they really want to keep on to it. You know, that's like a thing that happens.
He freaking got me, right?
Get you. That's the plays, man.
He freaking got me.
It's hard to like. I mean, I love Warwish, but I want to unsubscribe because it costs me $5 a month. But I'm not going to.
Right.
I'm at 7 months now. You know, we'll wait until a year. Man, I hit a year with Warwish. I get a cool badge now.
I did. I know. And I was looking at it. I was in the channel last night, and my badge went from the 6-month scrub to a 12-month scrub. And I was
looking good, baby.
It's like looking
feeling
good.
Powerful. Look at that. I can come in, look like a baller. Doesn't even matter.
It's crazy.
Wish the king, man. The king of all of it.
But yeah, so if a streamer comes up to me, if another person, I mean, I don't care. But if someone recognize me, yeah, they can come up. I don't but you know, I'm in a small category. I mean, you are in a small category. I'm an even smaller category, right? You've got 20, how many?
17,000 followers.
17,000, and I've got a fourth of what you do. So, like, I'm in a much smaller one, right?
What does Ox have? He's got like 30,000, doesn't he?
I think he crossed 30K a while back.
Yeah, recently.
It's like, guys, excuse me, I got to get my mind right. You've said that multiple times on the stream.
Is it 23,000?
23,000. There you go. Yeah, I crossed 20K. So, but if you are a streamer and you come up to me, or if I see another streamer and I actually recognize them, like okay, so Grizzly Ben, right? You know who Grizzly Ben is, right?
I know Grizzly Ben. Yeah, he's on AG.
100%. I would recognize Grizzly Ben, right? He's very recognizable.
OG. For sure, kind of.
Right? If you saw him, you go, "Whoa, that's an odd-looking dude." Holy crap, that's Grizzly Ben, who looks
Grizzly Ben. You can see him from a mile away. You can probably tell his profile even.
Yeah, you and I out in public are probably average-looking dudes if we're not in pajamas, right? We're just normal-looking dudes.
If I'm not wearing my fez.
Right. You're not wearing your hat or your PJs.
That hat isn't see-through either, which is very confusing to people who see me in public.
Oh, right. It's the floaty hat.
Weird. How strange.
Yeah. All right. So, tomorrow night, what I got going on? GTA. Ash is out for tomorrow night, so we're going to do some GTA.
Tomorrow night, what time?
I got, it's going to be later. I've got the Wolf on queue. So, the Wolf's going to be up. It's going to be another episode of Honk Paws. Oh my God! He calls it Honk Paws.
Great. I will put my hand in the hat if you guys want to invite me to join in.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll talk to Wolf about it, I guess.
If it's, I mean, usually when it's me and Wolf, we hook up and then 2 slots fill up real quick. Like people join up, so it's usually whoever's just on, we just grab and go.
Honk Paws high.
But
there was a lot of controversy about Honk Paws.
Yeah.
There still is a lot of controversy about Honk Paws. I see that other people jumping on the Honk Paws wagon. I'm down with the Honk Paws wagons.
God.
Wah.
Yeah, Goat and Shady and Kurt are just all over Honk Paws. Goddamn.
Honk Paws.
But here's the cool part about this is I was pretty happy with this. I told you so. The family leaves 6 weeks, and the first night I did GTA, it was like 9 viewers.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. So I was in your stream when you talked about this.
It was 9 viewers. I had a blast. I cracked wise the whole time. I got some good highlights, but there was 9 viewers. The last night, which
your
was
best streams had the lowest viewer count. That's how I always feel. Like, man, I had a killer stream today.
Well, crying laughter almost every time without fail. We've been super entertaining.
Nice,
it's been super fun. When Honk Paws and I get together, it's almost always been super fun. I think here's what I need. So if you and I are here to bring compelling or funny, you and I can bounce stuff off each other on kind of equal footing. What I need when I'm playing on GTA, I need a straight guy who is uber focused on doing the thing.
Okay.
And I just go.
See,
and
that's what I do when I play GTA. That's why I'm just gonna drive.
Which is why you're a pain in the ass to play with.
Hey, Clowntown, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
You're like, oh God.
Where am I going? Where's my waypoint?
Where am I going?
What am I?
Should I do this?
Should I do this?
I don't want to do that.
What if I punch you? Right.
What if I punch you? Yeah.
What if I punch you? Right.
I'm not supposed to do that?
Right.
Okay.
What if I punch you?
Am I gonna try to shoot you? Oh, I can't shoot you. Shoot your bike. Yeah. Oh man, that's why I'm down with GTA.
Right. But
Is Wolf gonna be that guy that corrals us?
No.
That's
Well, here's the thing.
For him.
Here's the thing: is I never as the difference between you and me. I don't impede the objective.
Oh, okay. Well, you're doing it wrong then.
Well, all I'm doing is commentary. I'm actually extraordinarily helpful with the objective.
Okay.
And we get it done.
Get her in.
We get it done, and we are actually like in Payday. The reason why he loved playing with me, and he thought Grief was a pain in the ass to play with. He's like, oh, I don't want to invite Grief. I got to deal with it. Okay. When Grief is on, Grief is an amazing player, amazing gamer. When I'm there, I am very, very consistently a solid player.
You're consistently the guy who boosts away?
And I oh yeah, except when I can't. But my effort is, here's the thing, my effort is always there. My effort is always there. I always try.
Okay, sure.
I'm never really screwing around.
Appreciate it.
But my effort's always there. So and also I almost always do what Wolf says. He's like, "Hey, get here, do the thing." Yes, sir. But then I'll comment on it and I'll complain about it a little bit. But I'm there when he needs me. Like I'm on it, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He and I make a good team in that regard, which is why he just fell in love with me when he found me on Payday, is because he had a ragtag guys of very talented dudes that would give him crap the whole time and screw around with the mission and never get in the goddamn van and never put the drill on. And then he found me, and I was like, "Yes, sir, on the drill. Yes, sir, on it. I'm in the van.
Third.
Yes, sir, and I'm on it."
Man, if you type in honk balls in those spaces, you get nothing but our community. You get nothing but our community. Honk balls, no spaces. You get yourself, Zorro, Wolf, highlights of your guys' channels, like hashtag honk ball.
Episode 3, Twitch.
That's our
KF2
community
to join.
Right
yep.
That is a great
Zorro,
branding, actually. I
Goat.
think you guys stumbled onto something really good because that's not taken.
Oh my goodness.
We as small as we are like nailing that.
All right, page 2 is Russian.
Well,
honk paw.
well, don't worry about that, okay?
Yeah, look.
Page 1, tell me when that matters.
Honk paw is Russian. Page 1.
You always like Googling yourself. Guys, type your name into Google right now and see what it says about yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, so Friday night GTA. Saturday night we will probably start a new Factorio map if I can get the goddamn server to do it. So if you want to join, if you want to join Factorio, exclamation point sub in my channel, you can join Game Wisp and you can jump in and play Factorio with us. If you can play GTA, all you have to do is be around and not a pain in the butt, and you got to be first in with me and Wolf. So there you go. So
sounds good. I will be playing more multiplayer.
And by the way, on GTA, because I don't have a lot of time in GTA, I need to get on it. I don't want to screw around. I want to get money and get paid and do jobs and all that. And I will bring the funny during the jobs, but I want to get stuff done. So anyway, what do you got going on, Badge?
I will be playing multiplayer Terraria. I've been playing a lot of expert hardcore with other players. Monthly scrubs who end up dying because they're bad at video games, which is totally okay. It's been really fun. I think a lot of people have had much more experience with hardcore than they've ever had before with me. Max, for the first time, got his OX33 glasses.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great, right? That's
Good
really
job.
cool for you to grab your glasses. 2 people died to King Slime in hardcore, and then also 6 people died to Eye Cthulhu in hardcore. So
Okay.
that just tells you what the skill level is.
I get dying to the Eye of Cthulhu if you're not mobile. King Slime is
you
kind
have the rail system. King Slime, right?
King Slime is inexcusable.
two deaths to King Slime. GG Max, well done. Good, really good stuff.
Right.
You also got to hard mode technically in a hardcore character. So
okay, if you don't have the rail system and you're not really prepared
yeah,
for mobility, you can Eye of Cthulhu wreck you if you're not really ready for that mobility. King Slime's inexcusable. You need to get good scrub. Get good scrub.
Get good scrub. So yeah, that's really fun. Basically, it's me doing like kind of a hardcore playthrough myself, and but you can join at any time and die basically, and you can say, okay, I joined, I died. That's what's been happening. There's been a lot of I joined, batter's way too hard. X, Y, and Z is making it impossible.
Zap.
Okay,
Done.
yeah, sure,
Right.
Whatever. I don't know what to tell you. It's a hard game to play in hardcore. Yes, I know. If you die, it's over. Meanwhile, Max in hard mode, 140 HP. Meteor armor space gun. He's killing a derpling outside the base.
Right.
What are you doing? You mad? Anyways, but it's great. So you can do it if you want to. Maybe I'll do it some more often. We definitely have the softcore server up right now this second if you want to play in the softcore server. It has a week-long reset timer on every Monday. Cool. It'll reset. Next Monday it'll go to hard mode, and then it'll reset the Monday after that. So that's what will happen. It's a 24/7 thing. I take it down sometimes to play on the hard mode server, and also I do play on that server as well. So get prepared for that next Monday. Just get all the stuff together,
Yeah. Get good scrub.
Get good scrub also.
Yeah.
I couldn't beat Pinky.
I mean,
I think a lot of people died. Was anybody else in there? I don't think anybody here was really playing.
Well, I mean, the average ladder will prevent you from dying to Pinky, right? So, I mean, don't.
Right.
It's a ladder.
It's crazy because people will die mostly to falling damage and to tiny things, like silly stuff. They go up on the rope to the base, they get into the thing, they walk around a little bit, and they fall.
Yeah. Done.
They press down on the platform.
Well, and I got the first year and change was, hey, Blake, when are you going to do Terraria hard mode? When are you going to do hardcore? And I look over and I go, the answer is sitting next to me right here.
Death 105.
Well,
Death 110.
Right. And then you go, okay, well then it's going to be like a Badger playthrough where I play by myself.
Right.
A dude joins and dies, and then
that's it.
And that's it. We're done. Right.
Another person joins and dies.
Right.
You get permanently banned from the server once you die. So that's been really fun. That's been really cool. I like that a lot. Also continuing the extra hardcore playthrough by myself for real, doing yo-yo only. Well, actually, I'll probably start doing it on the server too. But anyways, I'll do that on Saturdays. That's recording on YouTube. Posting right now on YouTube the RimWorld Ice Sheet Challenge, which is really awesome. You should check that out. Terraria every single day, and also Hollow Knight going on. Hollow Knight expansion is coming out pretty soon, so look forward to that. Hollow Knight is really fun. I haven't actually finished it, so I will do that. 2 YouTube videos every day for me has been happening.
Killer.
Yeah, it's been fun.
That's hard to do, by the way.
Yeah, it's not easy actually.
That is not easy to do.
It takes so much time, and then the thumbnails and all that stuff too. But
yeah.
I've been doing it.
Get her done. Good.
I don't think I actually have anything else.
Good deal.
That's all I got going on.
5 minutes after stream.
5? Everybody?
Just no.
General chat?
You.
Me in particular?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry.
What? What? Look at
5 minutes.
Time.
You gotta look.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
All right.
Yeah. All right. 5 minutes. Stay 5 minutes after stream. I got some interesting stuff for us to
really
do.
Appreciate a ton. Cloud and I absolutely love doing the show. Stay motivated. Stay awesome. And remember, stretch.